back to the chaos that is Dragonborn Industries and Starfinder here on the Dragonborn Industries Twitch channel, hopefully, and YouTube and everywhere else in the podcast. We are going to power through if there are any technical issues this week, because last week we had issues and we just threw the video up afterwards. So if that happens again, we will just record and put it out for you afterwards. But hopefully that's not a thing. Hi, welcome back. Hopefully you've all had a fantastic weekend, a fantastic week. As always, I'm Ian the Dragonborn Mod, and I'm joined by a full table once more. We've got Emily, we've got Jack, we've got Steph, we've got Alex, we've got Tamsin here at the table, and I hope that you all out there are doing very, very well. There's nothing really to do but to get to it, realistically, so Steph, I'm going to hand over to you.
Hi! Okay, let me get in character for this one.
Character.
Have you been augmented and tormented by a former employer? Is your flesh vessel on its last legs, and now a group of well-meaning, if not slightly chaotic Starfinders and corporate babies are asking to take that meek sack as an alibi and download your consciousness into their oddly named ship? Worry about where you'll put your consciousness in the long run? Well, do we have the solution for you? Hi, I'm TJ Squeakerson, former Dynatech loyalist and almost independent business Stokie, and I'm here to tell you about Warrior Prints 3D, your one-stop shop for high-quality 3D prints. Choose the very best for your next consciousness container and be safe in the knowledge that your binary and brains are safe and sound. With your new opposable thumbs, why not take up a new hobby? Paint miniatures and terrain, or get into cosplay, using Warrior Prints 3D to keep you stocked and save your cred sticks by using the exclusive permanent code to the stars to get 10% off your order. Join the printing revolution, and maybe other revolutions, by visiting warriorprints3d.etsy.com and check out their Instagram at warriorprints3d. I'm TJ Squeakerson, and I approve this message.
Yay, TJ!
FYI, you have to be a citizen to be able to revolt against the government. Just saying.
I'm gonna make it happen. You don't think I'm coming for that visa?
Well, we'll see. But thank you so much, Steph. Thank you so much, Warrior Prince 3D. Richard, you're awesome. For everybody out there, you are paying for a service with Richard. Everything comes through so clean and awesome. And I have some fucking cool stuff on the way for this campaign.
Woo!
Yeah, we put in a huge list for painting up the monster manual a couple of weeks ago. And then we found some stuff.
Ooh.
And we were like... we were looking for something for about 6 months prior to the campaign.
Ooh.
And I think it was like Monday night, and I was like 2 a.m, not sleeping. I was like, I fucking found it.
Mega Garagacal.
Oh shit! And I was like, I messaged him, and then I got like a ping straight back. He was like, yes. And he was like, how big do you need it? And I was like, I told him, and we both got very excited. And it's
tired.
I am looking forward to showing you the pain.
What is it?
You're gonna have to play the story and find out. But
Skip.
I'm afraid you cannot do that in this game. There is a skip back.
Why is it not a Bethesda game? Why?
Skip.
Because legally I'm not allowed to. Straight to the I don't know
Console command, clip in.
Just get the reskins on and stuff like that.
Yeah, let's go.
But speaking of reskins, you can reskin a character with the Roll and Play Press toolkits available from rollandplaypress.com, where you can use the code Dragonborn10 to get 10% off your cavalcade of books that fall at your feet when you put them down on a pile of other books that are not as important. But please go check them out. Lovely people, lovely guys. I'm going to pick those up before because I really do actually like those books. And yeah, use that code Dragonborn10, which is our affiliate code. With that, they're on the floor again. No!
They just clearly want to be on the floor.
No, baby, you want to be up here with me.
They hit the
behind
floor.
this GM screen. If there's anything else from anybody else, nothing, nobody, anybody, nothing good. I guess we are going to jump into the opening credits again, and then we'll get into this episode and see where we left off. After moving their new friend G33's consciousness to the newly acquired ship, and then taking the body of their contracted Mark back to Rina Constantine, the party were free to follow their own investigations and begin to try and piece together what has been going on their own. Skelkin and Calyx go to where Calyx works in the Dynatech building and meet with his line manager, Tris Lerin, and gain access to the office in which Cassie Cato worked. Well, Kaz and T/4862-HC4XP return to the marketing department in order to talk to the head of Infosphere and Marketing, Elijah Rosluren. And in doing so, Kaz sees the mass number of Hastoki tapping away at data screens and worksheets, and as they pass through the office and into another section of this floor to find Elijah, a larger, more plump Hastoki waddles up to them, their hands constantly rubbing over themselves again and again.
Jenkins.
And that is where we're going to pick up today. Is this rotund Hastoki Jenkins, after you say you're after an appointment, begins to barrel away further back into the offices from which they came, leaving you for but a moment to each other.
Jenkins.
And I imagine there is like a proper like.
It really is.
I take it you don't like Jenkins then?
Fucking hate him, Kaz. Scum of the earth.
What are we doing now?
I think I'm going to try and talk to the head of marketing and see if I can at least get some, I don't know, desk leave or
I thought
something.
you were going to be like, I think I'm going to kill Jenkins.
No, then I might kill Jenkins. Yeah. Do you see that bloody little moustache he's grown?
Oh no, it's pitiful.
I could do better than that.
You already have, look, see?
Magnificent.
Kaz, give me a perception check, please.
Oh shit.
Let's start the first rolls with you. That's gonna be good. I can see a 2 facing me, so.
I think it's plus 9, so 27.
Way.
7.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Something was perceptive.
There is obviously a commonality between all of the Hastoki that were in those previous cubicles, where they all look the same, they're very uniform, they're still very plushy, and the thing that you've really picked up on is the fact that although there are some like eyes glancing at you, they are just
Hammering away.
And the most life you've seen out of one of them that is away from that has been TJ Squeakerson and this other now one called Jenkins that you've met. But after a 5-10 minutes of almost like being left there, this waddling hands. Yeah, and like you can hear them breathing as they approach.
Like a French.
Oh, yes.
Well, if you want to come to the waiting area, Rosluren, they see you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jenkins.
He turns around, you just hear crunching or chewing or something. And you have to follow this Hastoki through another set of offices, not cubicles, but these are like windowed offices where you can see inside are like a human, a Kasathan, an Urog, who is this like bug-like thing that hovers in place behind a computer, and they all are just clearly more important is the only way to say. They are clearly higher up in this department. And then you're led to a very lavish and, although dark, waiting area where there is benches of silver and black. The material is all like a black leather, and then there's like silver arms for like metallic armrests, like maybe 2-3 seater long. A couple of those around the walls. There's a plant in a black porcelain plant pot in the corner that has these beautiful long black grass stems that then also have like tints of green and pink to them on the edges of the leaves. There are like black drapes hanging from the corners and from the walls. It's such a juxtaposition to the clinical white of everywhere else, and it is a little darker in here as well. It's like the lights have been dimmed to give it that atmosphere. And this Hastoki turns around.
You'll have to wait here, and then the master will see you.
Don't call him Master Jenkins. That's just classless.
What do you know of class?
jam site more than you, sleep apnea machine. Yeah, really not proving my point, buddy. Good
Always a
job.
pleasure to see you.
Yeah, I'll see you at home, I suppose. Jenkins.
And he just turns around, breathes away.
I am convinced that he has, like, done something to his food, dispenser unit and is, like, getting about 3 Hostokis worth.
Is he cheating the system?
He's gotta be. He's
being
gotta
overfed?
be. I mean, like, because they feed us. They divvy it out. Like, I mean, I could, and I think, you know, when hamsters, like, make themselves, like, long and skinny, I think DJs could, like, do that to himself. I mean, I can be this when I want to be. I'm just comfortable in my skin, you know.
I mean, he's had probably more than triple his food count.
Well, the other noticeable thing in this area on this floor is a door. The door, a simple yet elegant black alloy with a white artistry that spirals out from the 4 corners like veins or rivers that all point and kind of meander around each other to a central reef around the name Rosluren. And again, a few more minutes, and eventually the door opens like a modern day door, not a sci-fi door. It creaks open, and a man stands there. You've seen him in the news reports. He has this really well looked after hair. I just need to bring up his description, and then I can remind you. So maybe they're just shy of 6 feet. They're extraordinarily slim, but they have broad shoulders, and they hold themselves with a sense of strength. They're young, medium-length fringe that is this very voluminous, clearly been worked on do. And then they have a beautifully sculpted face with fantastically defined cheekbones and a jawline. They wear black circular glasses that completely cover their eyes so you cannot see their eyeballs. And they're wearing this really casual V-neck t-shirt at the moment with a... It's clearly Decimar silk, you're used to this, but it's now more like a tailed jacket that comes down. And they're wearing these same sort of fashionista trousers that they were wearing before and these black boots. They look pale and gaunt. They're almost like pure white with how pale they are. And they smile with darkened lips. Ah, you must be Kazumbra. And T / 4862 HC 4XP. It is good to see you again. Come. And perception checks from both of you.
Sure thing,
Mr.
Daddy-o.
Dorito.
Good
here.
God.
Ooh, that's not gone.
22.
23.
3. So he clearly carries no weapons. He's not wearing armor or anything like that. There is a cold feeling in the room when he enters, but it's not like an aura or anything like that. It's just that it seems to maybe like the room that he comes from is a bit chillier or something like that. He has these slightly pointed black fingertips that are like nails that have been. They look like they're almost shaped to be painted black and pointed. But he is wearing very, very elegant and expensive clothing. Ah, if you would follow me, please. And he turns and almost walks without kind of going up or down. It's almost a glide as he walks into this room where you can see like a blue light kind of flickers and lights up the room beyond. And he moves out of sight and into the room.
Yeah, follow.
Sure. Is this normal?
I've never been here before.
Oh, first time then.
Yep.
Great.
A lot of firsts.
Not just me then, not just me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you step in, it's instantly dark and cold. Like, it's dim outside, it's very, very dark in here. Just enough that you can see, you don't need dark vision or anything like that, but it is dark.
Is it familiar to me, this kind of environment?
Give me a culture check.
That's 17.
Not really, but some things spark your mind in terms of this kind of macabre dress sense. People from Eox sometimes really like to celebrate themselves in this sort of like gothic way, and or people who enjoy the idea of undeath and things like that also may celebrate in a more mournful way like that. And this, you get a sense that this could be something like that. But the office is dark and cold. Black drapes cover the ceiling, blocking out all light from above. The drapes also hang down the walls and act as heavy dark curtains. There is an onyx stone desk that rests in the center of the room, where a single holoscreen lights up from the center. Behind, a stone jet black and polished onyx chair that looks cold and foreboding. The lighting in here seems easier on the eyes, as sconces bearing blue flames adorn the walls that light up this unusual space within the clinical building. The floor, however, is the first thing that really puts your senses off. As you take the step in from the hardened floor outside, it moves slightly underfoot and it crunches.
Oh.
There's like a little bit of give to it. But this tall, elegant, young-looking man moves around to the other side of the desk and just waves his hand in this like very fluid way, and the screen just and like almost like mist into the ether disappears. And he, with one of his tails as he sits down, please. And then out of this, what you now see to be dirt, 2 stone chairs in front of the desk. Please, sit with me.
I'll cautiously just...
I'll scramble up. I think TA slips a little bit trying to get up. Hi.
Hello.
Usually an appointment is to be made, but I need to get something up here before I go too far. Because
Before I do something rash.
there is... Where are you?
Gothiest goth man there is.
Mate, you are dealing with
Ultra
a
goth.
space goth.
Yeah. Space Goth!
Space goth!
Goth.
T/14PB HC1CT says that you would like to speak with me. Normally I would not... Yeah, you would deal with a PA or someone like HC1CT, but since your recent, shall we say, fame and glory, Kaz, I'd be very interested to hear what it is that you're here for.
I think it's best probably TJ takes the lead in this.
Hello. My chosen name is Timothy J. Squeakerson, and I would be appreciative, Mr. Reslerin, if you would address me as such, instead of the denomination that I was given. I don't roll like these other Hastoki in the balls, you get me, son? I don't know where that came from, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I'm dealing with authority issues right now, and it's difficult. Please let me just.
Well, TJ, how can I... What have you brought to my attention?
I have recently learnt of the state of my existence and the existence of the other Hastoki, and I have some issues with such. I was under the impression that we were employees, not property, and I have been told that in order to receive payment for the work that I have been doing with the Starfinders, I would need to speak to HR and legal, and I don't want to do that without speaking to you first, as of course my department head, and I would really like to either hand in my resignation or be allowed a sabbatical. Please and thank you.
Interesting.
It's a fair request.
Are you... Mr. Umbra.
It's the first time someone's called me that.
You are a... And he... I mean, he looks young, so that's weird in itself, that, like, you would expect this fashionista to be a bit more anything else, but he's just like, Mr. Umbra. There is... note in what TJ says, and yes, it could be fair if they were a citizen of the Pact Worlds. Yet, unfortunately, what has happened here is you have grown attached to what is essentially a talking tool. Now, Mr. Squeakerson, TJ, whatever you prefer to be called, I appreciate that you may have some feelings in the matter, something that shouldn't be present in you. As for payment, this is interesting. I would suggest that maybe more payment will have you looking like your friend C1CT out there. A little more plump than needed. But if you're after more rations and more food, then certainly please take it up with legal. You have done a spiffing job with collecting the footage. I wouldn't have a problem, but unfortunately you would have to take it up with HR. They are in control of the pay. I can merely give them your recommendation. But unfortunately you have no resignation to give. You are but a tool. If you would like to buy the unit, I can arrange for that, but...
How much are you offering?
Oh, I am
give
not...
TJ Squeakson freedom.
It's hardly freedom, you're buying a tool, sir. However, it would probably come at a discount rate. It's clearly malfunctioning within its own parameters.
How much discount for a malfunction?
Heavily so, I do agree.
Oh, but
It is such a burden.
would see it no other way. I wouldn't want to see...
Big eyes.
I personally cannot set up such transactions. I am merely...
Ballpark?
Oh, you'd be looking in the region of 30 to 40,000 credits. That's how what we're putting the price on one unit at the moment.
So that's a malfunction.
And then you hear in your head, are you sure? And you don't hear this.
Okay.
This unit appears to be acting of its own volition. I will have to have it checked if you would like it functioning properly, but it should not act under its own initiative.
Am I able to answer back?
You get the sense that this is full-blown telepathy. Give me a mysticism check, please.
Ooh.
You!
Oh no.
That's a 5.
Cool.
What do you say? Well, I think TJ is being very useful to me recently. You may call him a tool. I call him a being, a person. As quite clearly they have expressed feelings, like any other person, like you and I.
Feelings it shouldn't have.
But it does, and that's what matters.
Which is why I'm saying it is malfunctioning. None of the others have these emotions, these...
What about the fat one out there?
Another defect. It seems to respond too well to the menial of rewards. You can actually... I could learn, well, the boys in research and development could probably actually learn something from that unit. The fact that it responds so easily and meager to the simplest of scraps makes things even cheaper.
Right. Well, you can absolutely keep the fat one.
He is useful to me for the time being.
Well, that's fine.
As for payment and or if you were to buy the unit, I would have to send you to legal. They would be able to set you up with a payment transaction, or you can pay for them in one with them. Unfortunately, without a business account, you wouldn't be able to get them readily in a shop, as you were. It's not that kind of market. And this is all still silent away from you. But I can put in a good word for a discount with them, but it's a faulty unit. It's not something we would necessarily like to see out on the streets.
Well, I think you should at least consider it a burden off your hands, as you may consider it so. So...
Interesting. And then they smile and they look at you. And where do you think a leave of absence? This is a very interesting thing for me to hear. I'm very excited by this. What would you be doing?
I hoped to travel with the Starfinders that I have was assigned on the first mission, and learn a little more about life outside marketing. I think it would be very useful for me in terms of productivity and to be able to. I learned so much about races and people and the outside that actually really gave me a good into how to get that footage as well, because stuck at a desk all day, you can't really get a pause on the ground, as it were. I also want guns.
What are you thinking?
I am thinking I want guns. But I
Okay.
but I think, is this like surface level?
Yep.
I think TJ is. There is huge inner conflict about, this is my boss, and this is I should be acting a certain way to my boss, but all I want to do is go on a soapbox rant about how I am real, and I want to go out and explore who I am. And I think there's a lot of, I think he's very preoccupied with thinking about particularly Timothy and Joanne and about where they might be.
Well, return to your desk now, and we will see what we can do. I can't promise anything,
No.
but I will have a word with legal and finance, and I'll put a good word in for you, Mr. Umbra, as a thank you from the company for both saving us from a terrorist attack and for also doing some work for Rina right here.
Right, yeah. Thanks.
What are your surface thoughts right now, buddy?
I'm so sorry for putting us in this.
I think Kaz is kind of, now that he's experiencing what TJ is actually experiencing on his side, like how they're like a tool, and it's kind of making Kaz think he felt like that as well. And I think he's having some thoughts of home and everything that had gone on. He's finding some familiarity.
Yeah. Empathy in this world. And he just says this out in the open without, obviously you guys don't know. You don't feel a presence or anything like that, but openly he just says, I would advise you, Mr. Umber, that empathy can be a downfall for all. Just because it can talk and it has a face does not mean it is sentient. But I appreciate that you have grown attached to the unit, and this is interesting to me. However, you will have to talk to legal and finance if you so wish to buy the unit. I have no say in the matter. It's all on them or the board. Is there anything else I can help you with today before you return to work or on your adventures?
If I am indeed functioning, may I then have some sick leave to go and make myself better?
You may return to your domicile, and I expect to see you tomorrow.
Sick leave. Be better tomorrow.
Gonna stop a union. And I do say that openly.
Doesn't bat an eyelid.
If that's the best that you'll give us, then I will have to do.
I'm afraid there's nothing else I can do. I've given you more than I possibly should. But unfortunately, I am a very busy man. And,
Yes, got all that blood to go and suck.
and like, as he does that, the ether of energy comes back like the wind, and like those drapes, and then the light comes back to the hollow screen in the table, and you just see like data processing and like little cuts of videos and names listing up.
It's not just a face, Mom.
If we are done here.
I'll probably look to TJ.
It's fine.
Yeah, we're done.
And then
Thanks for your time.
he looks over past you two to where his door is, doesn't say anything, and then you hear the door creak again, and stood on the other side of it, blocking most of it, is a rather fat looking Stokie you know to be Jenkins, and he's like,
Is it just like a singular corridor, like matching sort of the size of the door, or?
no, it's literally out into the waiting
Okay,
like
right.
area around his office, and so it's like wall
So you can see like his desk from where this door is, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Can I just try and like point under his desk? Like, I think there's even left a bit of food on there, mate.
So the desk itself is solid.
Oh, okay.
So there's no like viewing through it, unfortunately. You can point to the front side of it and
I'll
say
try and
that.
like find a farish corner so we can get out of the fucking way, and then we can go and point to that corner and go, yeah, I think there's a bit of food there. Hey mate, do you want to get a bit of that? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, maybe.
Do I have I've got some rations on me or something, right?
You tell me. If it's on your character sheet, mate, yeah, absolutely.
I don't think he's got them on.
They're on the ship, aren't they?
Shit. Okay, alright.
But he's like, you're gonna follow me out now.
Sure,
Back to bed, is it? Squeaks.
I wouldn't say bed, maybe just, might, get some dinner going. You know, Jenkins, I don't think we've ever had you round for dinner. You should drop by. We've got more than enough to share. I picked up actually some interesting foods on my trip. It would be nice, bygones be bygones if we're going to be working together. Just a neighbourly thing. Perhaps you should come over.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Meet the wife, officially,
We'll cook you up a feast.
Linda.
I don't think you're.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth! I'm so sorry. I'm going through a lot.
And with that, they really eagerly just thank you to Roslurin, and then turn, and then they are pittering away, leading you back through the corridors that led to this particular place and back to what is essentially the Hastoki workforce that work on this floor. They will probably keep a pace of about 10 foot ahead of you. Really not hard to catch up with them if you need to, but if that is all that you want to do here, then you are free to basically move back into the Hastoki work area, where Jenkins would essentially be like,
I'll see you around.
Sure thing, Jenkins.
and
You fat fuck.
their face is flat to the roundness. It's almost like they don't protrude out. And you're free to either stay within this area or leave again. But we're gonna go black on the cameras, and it's as you guys just I guess, would you look at each other what the fuck is going on, or how would the scene cut away?
I think Kaz would probably just have a big sigh. Just another thing, huh?
You're telling me, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
And then with that,
There he is.
the
I don't know.
it's almost like we move down through the floors until we get to a bright white clinical set of corridors where there are maps and old sextants and telescopes all adorning the walls in this weird mix of technology and archaic items. And we see a human man in a turtleneck and some smart casual clothes with a little badge leading Calyx and Skelkin down a corridor to another similar office that you're used to, Calyx. Well, I mean, if you want to have a look around, then this is her office, and he hits the pad by the door, and it's not locked or anything, so the door just opens up, and you open up a different sheet. I have 12 tabs open here. You would see a very similar office to yours, Calyx. This simple office of screens all around the room, walls, and a central large square hollow table for both digital mapping and physical maps to be worked on. The screens are currently all blank and the hollow table is off, and the room's lights are off as well. But as you enter, ting, 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 the ceiling lights come on. The room has a real lack of human presence to it. Unlike your office or some of the other employees, there are no personal effects or work items currently here. There is just another small desk in the corner of the room, which is a personal workstation just like yours. But the office, at a glance, looks like it's been cleaned and prepared for whoever is to take the place of Cassie Cato in this office. And I hand over to you two as Triss says, I'll leave Starfinder business to Starfinder business. Calyx, you know where I am if you need me. I will see you guys for a big fat boba later. And just finger guns away.
What a
big
cool
fat
dude.
what?
Boba. It's one of those boba balls, but it's huge, and you just put a straw in it and drink it.
He's actually really funny when he starts drinking, I mean, he's funny anyway, but like, yeah. I don't know, I kind of thought Kaito might have more things here, but I suppose if HR's taken all of them. But, I mean, we could look on the computers.
I mean, by all means, I'm just gonna try and look for physical things that I know they probably haven't left, but I'm gonna look anyway.
So you're going to basically investigate the room, looking for anything that could have been left behind or anything like that. Can you give me an a perception check, please? And you're going to go to the computers and have a look, are you? Please, by all means, give me a computers check.
Not that I don't think they've cleared them, but...
Computers.
10.
10. How are we looking, Skelkin?
27?
27.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
no, you said
Wait.
investigation.
Which is perception in
Oh,
Starfinder.
yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn. Level 2,
Yeah.
27 investigation.
Wild.
Gonna be rolling 30s soon.
You find nothing.
The lack of that, you know, that's very good. Very, very good. So, you step up to the workstation and with your like 3 fingers, like start tapping away, and you can see that the desk has been, you know, logged out of any kind of personal things. It is literally just the standard Dynatech login where you can log into it, or somebody else with clearance could log into it. But there's no personalised Cassie Kate or anything like that. It's clearly been wiped by HR just to go, you know, user and login's now gone. They're dead. The rest of the room has clearly also been prepped and ready for the next employee to come into. And although all the data pads and everything are there, everything just seems back to clinical and in place. You check through everything, and even with a 10, you can see that, yeah, everything's just been scrubbed ready for a new person to come in and basically find their own footing. Not unlike when you first joined the exploration department, and this was what happened with you. But your office, you know, probably has a few more knickknacks of home or a bit more silk around it now because you're used to it, and that's home. 27 over there. While you're doing this, I mean, are you getting on like all fours and are like just like literally like looking for every nook and cranny for a clue? And you scour the room, and you're getting frustrated. And after about half an hour of like, you get to the point where you're like, this is fucking pointless. And like, Calyx is still trying to go into the data pads. And then where this desk is that Calyx is working on, you spot an irregularity. There is 2 layers to the desk and a beam of like, it's almost like an LED strip light, but it's like one solid beam that goes like around it. There's a section that is a slightly different colour. And you get closer to it and you realise that the light has been cut in 2 places, and then something else has been placed in there with a light on it that is a very similar match. And you pinch it and you can pull out a data pad.
Oh, gold mine right there. Holy shit.
So, the data pad has clearly been fitted with a small light so that it fits into this slot. It is not standard on the desk. You can see that they've managed to somehow cut it into the desk and managed to put a little secret compartment in there, and it lights up, but it's almost like a journal.
Wait!
On top of the data pad is a small white plastic card. Not unlike an elevator key card.
Ooh.
But it is nothing on it, it just looks blank.
Take elevator key card, I'll let you do the journal.
Please mark down that you have that.
Unless you want the elevator.
No, I don't think I would care to read this away from other people. Like, I'd offer it to you, Calyx, if you want to read it first, or if you want to wait until we're back with everybody to read it. But I don't have personal interest in what she was doing. Obviously, it might mean for
How
us
good are you
why.
at, like, stealthing stuff out? I mean, I wouldn't mind possibly reading it before, just in case it gets confiscated before we leave the building, but... I mean, if you're able to, like, stealth this kind of stuff out...
I see your point. I don't... Okay.
Starts reading.
Yeah, but isn't there, like, in my looking, would there have been, like, cameras or microphones in the room?
No. So it's a regular office space, and they don't have security on it like that. There are definitely cameras in certain corridors, and actually what you've noticed is any corridor that you've been down, there is usually a camera of sorts in there, but the officers are just officers. There's nothing really that is a microphone that you find, especially with that 27, definitely not.
It might be worth putting the little light LED back as well.
Yeah, if I can.
Take that
Is it
off
like an
and-
engineering thing, or has it just been like glued on?
I mean, it literally is like a little strip light that's been like glued onto the bottom of it, so you could quite literally peel it off.
I put that back.
And put
It would be like an engineering DC5 check. I think you've got like 7 or 8 in your engineering alone, so you cannot fail the check. You could also like take 10 or take 20 and, you know, automatically get those numbers. So you can take it off and you can like put it back in place, and yeah, it looks like the same light that goes around.
It doesn't seem. It's not a clue to who she was working for. It's her notes. She was looking into departments here.
Different departments. So the reality is she didn't want to be here. She wanted this was her entrance in.
It was a gig, by the sounds of it.
For podcast listeners, I've handed them a sheet of paper for them to read at their own behest.
I was going to say, can I just say in the meantime I'll read it now, but just to keep things going, I'll read it in a minute.
Yeah, it's fine, yeah.
Things.
Because you can wait till you get back to the ship and stuff like that, and you like pocket the data pad or whatever it is that you do.
I mean, as again, I will say that I do read it here because I am afraid of this getting taken before we leave the building.
And they were confident that they'd taken everything.
Yeah, but you know, if you, I mean, I've got big sleeves, but I'm not very stealthy at getting things out.
Is it uncommon for people to wear multiple data pads at once?
No, you've got pockets and bags and stuff, so yeah, you could quite easily like just have your own. And it doesn't look like a company thing that's been issued to them. They've clearly had their own pad and then slotted it into the desk. So, I mean, there's no reason to believe that it's not yours anyway. What would you like to do?
I mean, I think we've pretty much gone over everything. I think our next move is to possibly go to HR and legal.
I take it we found nothing on the computer.
I'm not as good as Kaz at computers, and yeah, they've just wiped everything, unfortunately. So no, I'm just not as good. But
It's like they're trying to be obvious. Just to wipe it all.
well, no, this is like quite standard. This is how my office came, except mine's in reverse. Like this is that, but the other way. Like mine's on the other side of the corridor. Do you want to come and see it? Oh.
The officers who may not have heard that. Skelkin just went, that's a no.
Why were we going to HR and legal?
Well, I mean, first I wouldn't mind trying to sort out this thing with TJ and making sure he has a you know payment and a contract and everything. I also wouldn't mind trying to get some of Kato's stuff and finding out who she was working for. I mean, if we say that, you know, we knew her family and stuff, and you know, got to get effects to take back and stuff. I mean, it's a long shot, and they'll have probably scrubbed everything, but you never know.
You want me to say that I'm Cassie's family and I want her shit?
No, we can just say that we're friends and that, you know, we know the family. I mean, you could be a distant cousin.
I'm all over the TV.
You look more like Katie than I do.
Have you forgotten they've seen the whole footage of us killing her?
Family argument?
Love it.
With that, the scene is going to change again as we focus on like Caelix going, family argument? The scene almost like sideswipes away and we start to see the inside of a ship. There is a small cylindrical protein recycling unit just milling around in a cargo bay.
Bruce
As-
is just throwing spitball paper.
Bruce, tell me what you're doing in the cargo bay currently as like you stand up on the balcony where the door is to the galley, which I'm going to bring up here so that everybody can see it where I'm pointing. You stand sort of
like here?
yes, you're on that door there, like looking down. As I know, you talking to Steve. Are you know,
Get that
at the moment?
roasted in there.
Yeah, are you talking to like G33, or are you like, what's Roos doing in this moment?
I think I'm just taking in the surroundings of the ship, and I'm just looking around like, boy, those folks sure put a lot of trust in me.
I can steal this motherfucker.
And then I'm gonna. Can I walk to like this bit?
Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna walk through the length of the ship to the bridge, if I can.
Yeah.
Taking in everything. And I'm gonna think to myself, better keep an eye on them. Is the ship's computer, is that G33 now?
Yes.
What up, G?
We should call him
What
Chief.
up, my G?
Hello, Roos.
Is there a way of keeping tabs on personnel from the bridge?
I will check. And then, like, within, like, a second, they're like, yes, I can use the scanners. It's hard to pinpoint life signs specifically, but with their data pads and with their biosigns, I should be able to get a rough location of where they are.
Does that include vital signs, things like that?
Yes.
See, Ruth, having been an employee of Dynatech, he knows how things can go. Say, G,
Yes, Roos.
if it were to come to it, how long would it take for this ship to be ready to get out of here?
We can be mobile in moments.
Moments.
Short moments, so long.
All right.
Less
Well,
than a minute.
best keep an eye on them because we don't know what's going to happen to them. So if we need to, maybe we can bounce, go and help them out. But they seem okay for now. Say, Dave.
Like, from beneath, there's like, yes. Hello, Roos.
I heard you. I heard you have certain system parameters in place. Protein recycling, that kind of stuff.
Yes, I am a protein recycler.
Well-
Nom nom.
I gotta go. Bird poo.
There is a ship toilet.
Oh, I completely misunderstood. I'm so sorry.
If you would prefer to use me, then that is fine.
No, God, no.
I totally thought Dave was our shitter.
On the,
On the other ship he was. But on this
Oh,
one,
I've just
however,
realised Vorak has gone into space with
Without
no
a
toilet.
he's shitting
I
in the
think I
corner.
even said there's going to be a lot of mess in one of those corners.
Just
Damn.
frozen against the window. Condensed.
Just shitting out the airlock.
Yeah. All right, and then he's going to use the toilet. He's going to come back out, and then he's just going to be.
You should wash your hands.
Okay,
I know.
Dave.
He's going to walk back inside. Goddamn big brother. I'm just having a look at the systems, getting myself acquainted
Yeah.
with the ship.
Not a problem at all. And we're gonna skip to another scene here where we see Roos pottering about the ship and just getting to terms with things and meeting Dave and talking to G33, and we almost go back in time. And we see Kaz and TJ leaving the office, and the door. Roslurin steps up behind and closes the door with his hand. Not like a magic thing or anything, just literally closes the door. And
He could, but he's not going to.
we see him tap on something. Could I have the board, please, and R&D? And as you're walking away, that ring of whispers of yours
Oh,
is going to...
tell me.
Tell me all the things.
What whispers does I hear?
T4/4862 HC4XP is acting on their own initiative and seems to have gained sentient emotions. Yes. Yes. We will keep an eye on for now. I will have Jenkins trail them. Yes. And
Good luck with that one, mate.
Jenkins,
You can catch me.
What?
I can
So
imagine him
with
looking
the
around
whispers,
palace.
I'd only hear my name, wouldn't I?
I thought it. Give me a perception check. It gives you a +5
Yeah.
bonus to perception check to hear
Exactly.
things from there on in, wouldn't it?
Yeah. That's 24.
Yeah, cool. And as you guys are moving away, you hear that bit through the ring of whispers. We will watch them for now. And yeah, that's when time would skip forward again to like the junction where you guys are being left by Jenkins, who see you around and just
Bye, Jenkins.
You greasy fuck.
Dinner 8.
doesn't say anything, just waddles away.
We've tried our best.
so much.
Cuz.
Well, yeah,
Cuz.
just
Heard things.
okay. Should we get something quiet first?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to go to HR? Or...
Should we reconvene? How long has it been since we...
Hour or two, I'd say, at this
Because
point.
we said we were going to reconvene...
3 hours.
3 hours, weren't we? Should we... Do you think we've got time?
If you want to chat about whatever the fuck it is you want to chat about now, then yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Alright.
Let's trip.
I guess we try to leave the Astoki officey space.
Yeah.
Try and find somewhere quiet. Do you know of anywhere quiet? Around
Would I know? I imagine TJ's got like an alcove or something.
There is probably in one of the stairwells that like accesses to either like part fire escape, part service. You can get out into it, and it's almost like a really damp, almost humid area where you step out, and it's like literally a 5-foot staircase of just gridded metal that you can see right the fucking way down through.
Amazing.
It's,
Okay.
Yeah, it's, you know when you go up high on something, it's like a roller coaster, you see that little platform they've got next to it, and you're like, who the fuck is happy walking on that when you can see through the entire grid to the 100-foot drop beneath you? That's what you're walking on here.
Cool.
Only from your floor, which is currently pretty high up. It's,
Damn high.
it's so dark down there, you can't see the floor.
Amazing. Cool. Great. Yep. Let's make it quick. What's
Sure, yeah. I heard Boss Man, he's getting Jenkins to tell me. He's also mentioned it to the board that I've achieved sentience. So,
Does he really think that's going to work, Jenkins?
I mean,
really?
I know what he seems like, but he used to work for legal, and everyone knows that they are slimy little fucks, so it wouldn't surprise me. Now, here's my thinking, Kat.
But he's massive.
He is massive, but he's wily.
I'll take your word for it.
Listen, that little fucking getting crevices you wouldn't believe. Legal or otherwise. But yeah, so just so you're aware,
Yeah.
we're going to keep an eye out. I've got a plan to try and see if I can get Jenkins on side as much as my cheeks are filling with vomit at the thought of it. If he's like me, in any sense,
Do you think there's any give in him?
I'm gonna find out. I mean, clearly there's plenty of give. You've seen it.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. I mean, what are we going to do about you having to go back to work tomorrow?
I'm not gonna go.
Okay, alright,
I'm
well
not
that
going.
solves that, but
I'm sick.
what do you think the repercussions of that would
Oh
be?
God, I don't know. We'll deal with that when it happens.
alright.
But I mean, maybe we do pop to HR just to see if they can give me a leave of absence.
Yeah.
Keep up here.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
So
Yeah. we need a way to get a load of credits.
maybe you could say it's for my upkeep.
It's for your upkeep.
My upkeep. If I'm a tool, don't tell Skelkin that. She'll only use it against me. Please.
You're right, she probably would.
Then maybe you could say that you need it for my upkeep for food and water and things, and to better outfit the tool. Could maybe try that one and go from there, and
Yeah, will that work?
we can always give it a damn try.
Oh God. Okay.
I've got a feeling this is gonna. I mean, you're techie. You're techie.
Yeah, I can do tech.
If
yeah.
I were AI. I'd have, like, engineering bits for me, right?
Yeah.
Could you... If we get back to the Zephyr at some point,
Yeah.
could you... Kaz, would you scan me?
I sure can, yeah. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I can...
I want to know how
Engineering.
organic I am.
Of course, engineering.
You know, tech stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Wires and shit.
Sure. If you want to do that, I will.
Thank
Sure.
you. I want to be
You want to know what's going on?
forewarned. Exactly, yes. And
I'm with you on that one. Okay.
cheers,
All right.
buddy. You look like you're sweating a lot. Should we get out the stairwell?
Yeah, this is a very weird environment.
You can see all the way. You
Yeah.
can see all the lights down there.
And they are like
Yeah.
these white lights that are just like glass bulbs on the side, basically every floor, and it's not an even amount down. It's like one's here, and then there's like 100 foot, and then there's like another one, then 10 foot, 20 foot, and then another 50 foot down, and it's a weird, uneven. There's like no pattern to it.
Yeah, let's get to an elevator.
Okay.
And then try and meet up with Calyx and...
Fabulous.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. And with that, you guys can make your way to the elevator, and you tell me, guys, where you are meeting up.
Well, we said that we would reconvene at the ship, right? We didn't want to wait in the
Yeah.
lobby.
Yeah.
I did want to ask Tris something.
Yeah, absolutely. You can find Tris.
Before we left anywhere.
Yeah. You would find him in his office. It's an office not unlike any that is here, but it's about 4 times the size. There are 4 hollow tables in it. There are about 4 maps on each hollow table, and then everybody's maps from around the department are on the screens around the wall. And there is on his personal desk little knickknacks like an old magnetic compass that here and up on station just spins wildly, but it's also got these like markings on it that are blurry to the eye that you know that means it's pre-gap, which is it's something that he loves, and it's like a centerpiece on his desk. But you find him there, and he's like actually quite chilled out and relaxed. And then you walk in, he's like, Calyx, Skelligan, how you doing?
Hey, Tris. It's a cool compass.
Thanks. It's some Starfinders found it. We think it's from Galerion, and we think it's pre-gap.
We found actually quite a lot of stuff on the last mission, which was, we think, pre-gap. There were loads of stuff. I mean, I did all these drawings and stuff.
Oh, please,
and
sit down. And like, there's one chair there, and he actually gets up, goes and grabs like another wheelie chair and brings it over to the desk. He's like, please, sit down. Please, sit down. This is amazing. I always, it's why I love working here. It's one of the best things about this department is when things come back from far off worlds or new places. And
I know, it's fascinating. It's great. And I thought you'd like this because, you know, pre-gap stuff and stuff. I don't know if you know anything about this race of like bug-like beings who lived on out there and stuff, or if you've ever come across anything like this.
well, not particularly this race, but obviously insectoid-like beings like yourself, or the Shirin, like Zan, our department head, or even things like the Fomorians and the Swarm are all insect-like in nature. But it's really what's happening inside that makes all the difference. I mean, bugs are clever in the sense that they survive, but like people like yourselves can wield such great magic, and the Shirins have this amazing telepathy breaking away from the Swarm, and the sentience, the mind, the soul, and like he's really brightening up when you say that. But to see things that are pre-gap, and like he ponders over your images and your rubbings and these drawings that you've done the entire way, and he's like, to think that we may never know what any of this means, but yet it's there, the gap, everything that was taken from our memories, it was done for a reason. Like this ancient race that you found could be something really important, or they could be nothing.
I know, we even stayed in one of their homes overnight and everything. It was really cool, actually. Like, I'm really enjoying actually being with the Starfinders and everything.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, Calyx. Being here in this department, I mean, you'll always have a job here. I think Empire was so keen to sponsor you and to have you go out on things, but if working with the Starfinders is a thing, we can get you on more missions, or, if you want to carry on, and that's absolutely fine, but...
I would like to stay with these guys, actually, a bit, I mean, if it's all right, and I mean, I'm happy to take jobs and stuff. You can always send me stuff.
If you'd like to go with them, that's fine. Absolutely fine.
Do you mind if I just talk to him quickly? I'm sorry.
I'll just get up with an unamused look on my face and go step outside the door.
My office is like 7 down.
More unamused than my regular
Yeah.
face. And I'll just step outside the door.
Just wait there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
The door.
standing there.
What's up?
Do I do a good job?
Yes. For data input and map charting is a bloody boring job. Not many people take to it like you have, and it is. You have to either want to do it, or it has to be something you're interested in. Otherwise,
I mean,
a lot of people who come here, they burn out really quickly because it's very taxing on the mind.
I mean, I do genuinely love it and everything, but I mean, I can't help but notice I'm like the only Decimar. In fact, I haven't noticed many, and I wanted to know why. I mean, I know Kimpire sponsored me and everything, but like, why I'm here? Like, did you ask for me, or did?
As far as I'm aware, you came back with Kimpire from their trip to Koshorio, your homeworld.
Yeah.
They found that your race could produce this amazing silk, so there was a deal struck to provide silk for protection from the local wildlife, and you decided you wanted to see space and the stars. Kimpire took a liking to your arts, and you were placed with me because...
I mean, it seems a bit weird, doesn't it?
Well, no, your whole background is surely with astrological charts. That was the whole reason that you were placed here. Other than that, I'm pretty sure for somebody like Kimpire, it's a great media story to be like, hey, we've taken somebody from this world who had nothing and given them everything. I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's the marketing department's whole thing and the entertainment department's thing.
I know, but...
Calyx, you do a good job. I'm happy to have you here as part of the department. And if you want to go with the Starfinders and explore more, then that's fine. As for the Decimar, I know not of any that came apart from yourself. And as for...
I was going to ask if you'd seen any others around, because I've heard that maybe I wasn't the only one who'd came, and maybe you knew something and had seen others.
I'm afraid you're the only one I know of. But you will always have a job here, as long as I'm working here.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
I don't suppose you've ever had any contact with acquisitions and Mr. Tavadin. Tavadid? Dyslexic reading a name.
No, it's a really weird name. Acquisitions, yes. In fact, I have. Mostly that's done through Zam. She is the department head. I take everything to her, and then she will talk with either the board or with other department heads. Tavin is for lack of a better word, a salesman. The job of the acquisitions department is to acquire things. Sometimes people don't want to give up those things so willingly, so he makes deals with them. He is, in nature, someone who is good at making deals, and is a very smooth talker. He can charm the hind legs off a insert alien life form, a Castravellian Hoxblade, and is very good at getting what the company wants. His usual acquisitions tend to be in things that are magical in nature, things that are found through us on the exploration department is the only times I have had dealings. Say, for example, you guys came back with that orb. That, however, was somebody else's charter, therefore it's theirs. But if there were other items that maybe came back that weren't their charter, and there was a dispute between the Starfinders and Dynatech on who would want it, this is where acquisitions would step in and basically offer compensation for the item.
Okay. How easy is it to get a meeting with him?
Here's the department head, so it's going to be quite hard, but I can ask Zano. She is...
If you don't mind. I mean, I'm going to meet my friends, but we might be here for a day or two, but I wouldn't mind possibly maybe talking to him at some point, or
Sure.
someone in the department.
Yes, I don't know many from the department because there's enough mouths here that I have to try and remember so many names. But I will do my best for you. I will.
Thank you.
It's not a problem, Calyx. I just want to see that you're all right.
If you do ever see any other Decimar around, do say. Sometimes I miss seeing others.
Sure.
You know. Anyway, thank you, and I'll send you anything of like the old pre-gap stuff if I find any, because I know you like it as well.
I really do.
Yeah. Anyway,
Go have some fun.
thank you, Triss. I'll go find. She's not always that grumpy. She just looks like it. No, she is always actually that grumpy.
It's fine. You know, I don't know them, but it's always a pleasure to have Starfinders here. I never quite made it. And he smiles.
Maybe you should try. I could put in a word for you.
No, I tried the adventuring thing, but then I took a bolt to the knee.
Oh, okay, there it is. If we had cred sticks, mate.
Yeah.
Way!
I think
I've been
that's a
waiting
DM
for
cred
that
stick.
for a long time.
Well, I hope you and your knee get better. And I'll exit out and
Don't
find
quite fancy the
Skelkin.
augmentation. I will limp along just fine. And
Bye, Triss.
take it easy, Calyx.
Skelkin! Skelkin! Oh, there you are.
He's like looking down one side of the corridor. You're like,
You're
and
really
you guys
quiet.
are free to partake in leaving the building.
And you surely don't want to see my office.
Would you like to show me your office?
Okay, no, don't worry then. Anyway, we should probably go and see the others and find them on the ship. Make sure Bruce hasn't stolen the ship.
So with that, we'll fast forward some time, and you guys, I don't know if you'd be turning up at the same time, that's up to you, or converging different times, but Roos, oh, do you have something
Sorry,
that sounds
one other thing.
Yes.
Just as we're going down the elevator, can I try this unknown elevator card just to see if it brings up a number?
You'd like to try it?
I'm going to ask Skelkin first. Should I try this?
Hang on, I need to understand some stuff which I don't understand.
Not a problem, ask away, now's the time.
We didn't need a card to get back down, right? We only needed it to go up.
So, they have their own IDs that allow them access to their floors. That's what they're using to ride the lift. For their level of security.
So what could that possibly show us?
Well, it'll tell us, you know, when you scan it, it like bleeps up a number.
It would give you access to be able to press a number, essentially, so what other floors it has access to.
Well,
So it probably has access to anything that we now don't have access to.
true.
But we need to know what we want access to in order to benefit.
Maybe we should give it to Kaz, actually. He might know. Sorry, that was a pointless sidetrack. My apologies.
No,
No, it wasn't pointless.
It wasn't pointless at all.
No.
Anyway, yes,
Are
we'll
you
meet
trying the
everyone
key
else
card?
back. No, probably having Skelkin have the. I will probably not then in the end. I'll give it to. I'll
Ian's
give
like,
it to.
damn it.
You're damn right, he's like, damn it.
Straight to 184.
I'll give it to Kaz. Yeah.
Two dead players sitting in a lift. Two dead players.
Very difficult to say yes because me don't want to take risks, but also Skelcon wouldn't want to do that.
Then say that, and that's absolutely fine, because I think that is a smart choice for Skelton to do, and it is well within her character, but like, let's work out what the fuck it is first.
Yeah.
That's
What if
reconvene.
it's like immediately all the guns get brought to us? You know, that's
Exactly.
the kind of stuff that I would be thinking
Then
about.
it may come in useful later on. Somehow. I'll put it away for now. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thinking of it, I've just given like Calyx a weapon where I very nearly died because of a piece of card.
So, you guys all converge, and Roos, at this point, as they turn back up to the ship, what is Roos up to?
Not a lot, to be honest. I think he's sitting on the holotable, feet up, snoozing. Player Spraxa open on the table.
Nice.
Oh.
It's a nice falcon. And you guys re-enter the ship. Dave in the cargo hold is like, welcome back, Cass.
Oh, welcome back.
Hey, Rose.
Hi, Rose.
So, how was your trip?
Frustrating.
Eventful.
Sit down, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I think we need to.
Ooh, tits. Blue tits.
That's an old issue. So what do you guys do? What do you guys learn?
I mean, we've got stuff to tell. Have you guys got news?
Yeah, Skelkin, you have the datapad.
Datapad?
Ooh.
We went to Cassie Cato's office.
Oh.
Had a look around. Skelton was really good eyes on her.
Well, shit. That's a bit of roost coming out on me there.
Well, yeah.
Don't throw it, Calyx.
Data.
Did it last?
Would it
So-
be better just to read this?
That's up to you guys.
For like listeners.
Completely up to you guys. If you want to have somebody read it, or if you want me to read it, or if you want to hand it to Kaz and be
Yeah,
like, hey,
whatever.
check this out. It's really... you know,
You've got a better reading voice, but
Like we practiced, Kaz, from the diaphragm.
there was a boy, and he had a bus.
I would say they
Okay.
cleared everything out, well, what they thought was everything, but, you know, I'm...
You're a savvy gal.
Okay, right. First entry. Listen in on who holds the power here at the company, or is a potential lead, and or threat to the mission. Founder, Professor Nimbus Din. The board, question mark, classified, question mark. Head of experimentation, splits to 3 people. Biotech is Dr. Rifton. Medical is Dr. Alpha Ruin. And augmentations, classified. Head of defense is Rina Constantine. A note here, I see, it says I may want to keep my distance. She seems formidable and insightful. Also, don't need their little militia getting involved. Not here. She is the most risk to my cover if she watches... Oh, she catches wind about what I'm sniffing about. The Master of Arcana, Kyorius Falerian. Almost got it there.
Give me a culture check, buddy. Give me a culture check, buddy.
Okay.
Woo, woo.
Okay, that's actually pretty good for me. 22.
That's a drowning.
It's a drowning. Cool. A good potential. The orb definitely seems magical in nature. Surely they would have to have contact or know of it. Must try and dig deeper onto who they are and when I can bump into them. R&D, lead scientist, classified. Labs, classified. Note, floor 184. No records kept. Records wiped. Is this worth looking into? Legal and finance, unknown. HR, unknown. Acquisitions, department head,
No fucking hate.
Mr. Tarvind, high possibility. Acquisitions deal in the recovery and rediscovery of old tech and arcane items. If an orb passed through here, then surely it must have gone to acquisitions. Data management and information services department head, classified. Nickname in the building is the librarian. Potential lead, but access is only of the highest clearance. I have tried asking for some older maps or data that could be there, but Triss says he still hasn't heard back from Zano or upwards about gaining access. Infosphere and marketing, Mr. Elijah Rosluren. Mysterious figure, somewhat younger than expected, and definitely an odd choice for the face of marketing. Do not think they have knowledge of the orb. Entertainment, head Kimpaya Zaki. She's only interested in money and herself. Useless to me. Operations and logistics department head, Mr. Merry. Doubt they would have seen anything other than crates or boxes. Only follow lead if elsewhere turns up empty. Exploration, Zano, ex-Starfinder, could be a good start to get on talking terms with her. Maybe these orbs have come up or been found before. Must try and get a meeting with her. Maybe some Starfinders have previously found it and she knows something. Repairs, Harold with H4R0LD. Unnecessary. Literally what it says. Records, the bookkeeper. Only a name. Eula, question mark? Maybe some old records may have something I can follow, yet the vision was more clear. Like I needed to be in this department, these corridors. The memory I have is like I was looking down on the corridors here in the exploration. But follow if all else turns up blank. Stores, automated. Reacquisitions department head, unnecessary. So it seems like a list of all the people that she could find names on.
That vision that she was talking about, she was clearly looking for the orb.
Yeah.
It's very orb. centered.
Very orb-centered.
It's kind of
Explains
sad.
why she was on the mission.
Actually, why she was there for so long, and they just gave us that information freely.
She was kind of shit at that then, wasn't she?
Yeah. But I possibly asked about seeing head of acquisitions or something, because I think he might be a useful one for asking about the orb, and maybe also finding out maybe what this AI, not AI, sentient void thing is, and what it came in to the department with or from or where.
Ooh, Kaz,
Yeah.
would you like to do your thing on?
Oh,
I think.
I think my tasks are racking up right now.
Cat.
How's me
It
doing
won't take
this?
very long.
Yeah, what's up?
There was also a key card
Oh,
with the
yeah.
data pad.
Okay.
Here.
We didn't use it just in
Bruce,
case.
Perception check, please.
Yeah,
We don't know.
it's just blank. Did you find this in her office?
It was in
It was
the
with the
slot
data
with the data
pad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck off,
Oh,
that
no.
one.
Oh, now
yeah.
1 for a
Five.
total of
5.
5. Cool.
It's blank,
Sake.
but I can probably take a look at it.
Or we can ask G33.
G33, got any idea what this may lead to?
It seems to be a security pass. I
Yeah.
would,
Definitely for an elevator.
Is there
probably.
a slot in the ship where we can get him to read it?
no, but data pads.
There's
and
a toaster
things
over here.
can,
Don't like
connect with it, so it shouldn't be too
1
much of a
minute
problem.
control.
It is clearly a security card for Dynatech. We'd usually expect to see those with the defence teams. They usually grant higher clearance access to many of the levels for security emergencies.
They're usually marked though, aren't they?
Not the security team ones.
Oh, okay.
So if a body is found or anything,
Right.
people don't know what they've got.
Sure.
I don't know what use
That
we
would
have
be
for this yet.
my at a glance scanning, but if you can
Okay.
place it and then like a computer panel,
In
like,
my ass.
like if you place it on the scanner, I can.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to get this. So yeah, they're like, this is an access card to many floors within.
Many floors.
It would lead all the way up to the.
Let me guess. 184.
Well, you can't access that, can
Oh,
you?
Well,
we could access the boards.
if Kato wanted access to an orb, at least.
It will give you access up to floor 237.
Okay.
This is the floor below the board, and anywhere
So
beneath.
basically anywhere we like, apart from top.
For the elevator, yes. I don't know why he's talking like this now. But for the elevator, yes.
Uh,
And I think with that, we're going to take a break.
yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
Because there's been a lot of revelations going on here.
Yeah.
And a lot of finding things. And then we're going to take a little 10 minutes
Oh, little break.
to grab a drink, have a little...
Yeah.
Woo-woo! Guys on Twitch, thank you so much. Hopefully the internet's been holding out and you've been able to follow along. We're going to be back in about 10 minutes' time where we're going to carry on the second part of this episode. But until then, go get yourselves a drink or something.
Cool.
Hey!
Hello.
Hey, girlfriend! How you doing? How are you guys doing as you eat, munch away on some chocolate and
Oh,
some
better
break
now.
times? Yeah, so I really like that chocolate. It is, I was saying it earlier, it's the mini egg chocolate bar from Cadbury's, and it's got enough crunch in it that it is a mini egg. Got a mini egg. Yeah, mini egg. But it's not got the shardy bits on the outside that are going to...
We're live, by the way.
Harley.
Yeah. That are going to destroy your gums, basically. So I like that chocolate. It's probably one of the best chocolate bars to ever be
Your
invented,
leads.
which is an
Yeah.
athlete.
Not quite sure.
But Jack, over the break has
Hello.
been building a starship.
Well, no, I've been calculating what we have left on our ship, space-wise, to make upgrades. We have 10 build points spare, and 42 PCU, which is basically computer
We need to see what we can buy with those.
processing power left. I'm just having a look at computers and see if we can maybe. That's one thing I don't know what level of computing we have on here is.
I will have a look now on the Zephyr Horizon sheet.
Can I look?
Your tail
Can I
can't be
see?
contained.
Yeah.
Yes. And for those who are joining us, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking with us throughout the break. We are going to jump back into it into a moment. But yeah, it's... So far, I think you guys have done very well. It's been more of an investigatory and an RP-heavy session, which I really like. And I know some people, Alex, are all about the combat. But actually, you've done well to RP today. You've
I
sat
thought
in
I
the
was
ship.
lacking for a while.
And you sat in the
No,
ship.
you're good.
Unfortunately,
I mean, we
I
didn't
feel
so-
bad when we take a player out of it, but you did very well, I think, to stay away from going into the business. Going into there, because you've got some history. Quickly looking at your systems.
Yeah.
The computer.
Is there any of those four
Do we
left?
just have the base?
Yeah, they.
Ian, do you want the last four?
Mark 1 Duo node.
Duo.
I'll have 2 of those, please. And then, so
Okay. Alright.
it gives you a chance to have a look in and have a look through. But they're literally on Hephaestus is a ship builder that will allow you to have a look through the systems and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's not as fleshed out as the character builder, so sometimes you click on something and it's completely blank, and then you have to go to the book and find it. But it's enough that you'll be like, oh, cool, and you'll get a sheet like that, basically.
I'll put this all on Discord so we can make
Please
some
do.
changes if we wish.
But apart from that,
I'll think about that later.
are you guys ready to jump into part 2 of today's episode?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Fire.
Everyone's dead.
Yes.
You know, you know.
Yeah.
Oh
God.
That was awesome. I fucking
Yeah.
love
That was
short.
fucking
Yeah.
amazing,
Yeah.
wasn't
Incredible.
it? Holy shit.
Anyway.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. Fire. Is there a phrase like acid?
They've kept it going on D20 though.
Have they?
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, is this crit roll?
Abria and Matt have both
Right.
done, I think, water and Earth. No, someone's done water. I think they've done Earth. Yeah,
Nice.
they're continuing the trend.
Love it. After making your way back, you delivered the mark to Rina. TJ and Calyx decide to investigate within their own department, see what they can dig up. And for one person, it's seeing where Kato may have worked and where this side of whatever just happened on the past trip to the DAC-G system, what it could have meant from the other side of the coin. Whereas for TJ, it was to ask for time away, to explore, to be a being, which apparently is denied because they are not a citizen. They are merely a tool of the department and a unit for sale. You also hear, through the Ring of Whispers, that you will be tailed and watched, as it appears, designation TJ Sweeperson, insert long number, has grown sentience and is acting on their own initiative. You guys reconvene at the ship and discuss the data pad found by Skelkin Shaw inside a secret compartment in the exploration department in Cassie Cato's desk that has lists of potential leads as to who might know of the orb that was from their vision before they heard of it for this mission that you guys were on and ended up there. You know there is another orb within the building and you're going to be given access to it as soon as they can call back the security forces from Kashoria, your homeworld, Calyx. But for now, you reconvene in your ship with a key card that grants you access to every floor in Dynatech Industries headquarters except the board and above. It's a powerful card to have.
I'm going to slip it back in my...
And you throw it out into space, you never saw it,
It's going on one of the curling stones.
Does Kaz think he could make a copy?
Give me a computers check.
That would be
'Cause
quite
that
good,
would be
actually.
something in the U.
Did we start session 2 of this episode with a nat 1?
Yeah.
Nat 1! Emily has passed on her natural talent award to Jack
Get
and
away
Alex
from me.
tonight.
I stopped using my nat 1 dice.
Oh.
That'd
That
be
is always
it.
good. Can I take 20?
You absolutely can take 20.
Yeah. Well,
what-
actually, I've got other things to do first. I'll do that first. But
It is something you could take 20 on. You think you could make a decent copy with a lot of time and with enough programming. The problem with making copies is sometimes they degrade. And depending on how far along, is this a copy? Is this like a standard one? Or, you know, it's going to take some time to work that one out if you're trying to. But with, you know, enough of a take 20, which will give you an automatic 20, whether or not you need it to be higher than that, you don't know.
yeah. All right. Good to know.
So, I hand over to you guys. At this point, what would you like to do?
The fuck are we doing?
What did you find out?
Yeah, well,
Wow.
we met some goth guy.
We have seen this guy though.
You've
haven't
seen it on the
Yeah,
news.
yeah.
I thought we met him.
No.
No, you didn't meet him. He was quite literally the person in the lab that they were talking
Oh,
to.
the one on the freaking.
I mean, it did say
advert.
in the file he looks young.
Yeah. On that file note, could I use my theme knowledge to try and fill in the blanks of Cato's because according to my corporate agent stuff, I am deeply connected to the world of corporate culture and know all the moves and shakers. And I can reduce the DC by 5 to recall knowledge about corporations and their executives.
You absolutely can. If you would like to make
It's a culture check.
a culture check, it absolutely is.
Lovely.
You sit down by 5.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Is that now 1?
No,
But
that's
there's
a
only-
10.
Do you want to send
Having a
that thing to
stressful
Steph?
day.
And then that next yeah. So,
It's a solid 10.
you'll get some information
Yeah.
because, I mean, realistically,
I would know.
you would know with your
I've been aiming for head office. TJ's been making moves.
So, I need to bring up the other side of that sheet. The board, you still know no names.
Yeah, that's fair.
As for founder, yep, Professor Nimbus Dine.
Not Din. I said it wrong.
Dynatech.
For fuck's sake.
I would never.
I would take the credit off you.
Oh.
Head of experimentation, Dr. Rifton is a Yosogi. You would know that. And
Ooh.
Dr.
Interesting.
Alpha Ruin is a human. Augmentations classified. You wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Head of defense, you now know, is Rina Constantine. Master of the Arcana is Kaiorus Valirin. Valirin, sorry. Which you got from that one anyway. R&D lead scientist, you would not know, I'm afraid.
Cool.
Labs,
I at least know 2 people who work in labs.
guess what?
No! Was it all a lie?
It's them.
My babies! Okay. Cool.
So that is Timothy
Timothy
and
and
Joanne.
Joanne, yeah.
It's
Work in labs.
Dr. Joanne Field. And it will be Dr. Timothy. Didn't write a second name. So we're going to go to roll and play press start.
Dr. Timothy.
Dr. Timothy!
Some call
D100,
me
please!
Tim.
Ooh.
It's your storyline, so let's
Yeah.
do that. Because we never flashed that out.
Let
So,
me get into my...
Dr. Field and Dr.
Timothy.
I've got 2.
Shalom
Oh, there's a
ding dong.
moustache in there.
Come on, ding dong!
Where's my D100s gone?
Anybody else?
I'm just trying... I've packed all my D20s
that
and
if
nothing
you
else. Thank you. And a D10. Oh my god, I've forgotten how dice works. I'm so used to D4s now.
I have one of those.
Can I borrow one, please? Because I think I've just not got
Do you want
any
another
D10s.
D10?
Yeah, please.
There you go.
Thanks. 15.
Oh no.
Timothy Amadeus.
Do you know what? I will say, so Tim, I've got a character playlist for TJ and it is all 80s rock, so that fits so well.
That's right, that's amazing. I'm going to write that down.
Incredible.
Amadeus.
Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah, they're the head of the labs.
They're the head. Oh, that's very interesting.
Are you okay?
They made me!
Who made you?
Timothy and Joanne!
I thought that was your wife and.
No, my wife's called Linda.
Oh shit.
Didn't you know that? From the.
There's been a lot of information going around. Okay.
TJ, what does the J in your name stand for?
Not Joanne.
Joanne.
It is
Name
Joanne.
yourself after your creators.
Yes.
That's kind of sweet, actually.
I didn't know any other names.
Check it off and then I got cold.
So,
Are they the first people you remember?
well, yes, because I woke up and they were there and they were like, hello, I'm Timothy, hello, I'm Joanne, and here's a desk, and off you pop, and it was...
Shall we move down the rest of the list?
Yeah, let's do it.
Legal and finance. Could you roll me a recall knowledge check, please? So just a straight up D20.
14.
14. Linda would have told you that legal, finance, and HR are all run by an algorithm in a high-tier computer because it deals better with the bureaucracy along with the Histoki than it does with people who make mistakes.
That's fair.
So we can't go and talk to finance because finance is a fucking
My-
computer.
Wife actually works in accounting.
Acquisitions, you've obviously got. Data management and information services, classified.
Yeah.
I don't think you would have known of the librarian. I think
Yeah.
this is news to you.
Yeah.
Infosphere, you know that one. Entertainment, you know that one. I think Mary Larry is the department head for
Larry.
operations and logistics, Mr. Mary Larry. That's probably a new learn for you as well.
Great name.
Exploration is Zano, you now know that one. Repairs, H4R0LD, or Harold, is a new one to you as well. Although, you can also give me a recall knowledge check there.
3.
Great, no. Not your area of marketing.
No.
Records, Eula, the bookkeeper, not a clue. Don't think you'd have a foggiest. Stores are automated, and I don't think you wouldn't have known reacquisitions.
Yeah. Wicked. Well, I can fill in some blanks there.
Yeah.
So,
There's still a couple of things we don't know, but
I don't know.
it's
Not
more than we
everyone
knew.
we need to know.
no, what? Quite.
And Trish said that he might be able to get us, as I say, acquisitions. So we might be able to talk to them.
Mr. Tavind.
I just think if we know where at least this thing, this AI, this whatever.
Well, we know what floor they're on.
Yeah, we know what
But-
floor they're on, but I mean, where are they
Yeah,
from?
Yeah.
it's origins.
Because, I mean, I feel this might be something from the void.
Mm. Well,
It feels, I don't know.
I have no idea what to
It's just a
expect.
hunch, but it probably is wrong.
We better go in there very well fucking prepared.
Oh yeah, exactly.
We're being chased. Well,
Oh, yes.
not quite chased.
Can I look out a window and see if I can spot Jenkins?
You can give me a perception check.
Cool.
We're being spectated upon.
I'm sorry, what?
15.
Paparazzi?
Seems fair.
No, bit more. What's the word?
Dickish?
Yeah, Jenkins.
Seedy.
Who's Jenkins?
You remember TJ talking about Jenkins? Oh, damn Jenkins!
I mean, yes, but like,
Good cat.
I don't know who Jenkins. Who is Jenkins?
He's my neighbour. He's an asshole. But apparently, he's a little more like me than I'd maybe like. Sort of has aspirations, whereas apparently most of the other Histoki do not. We're broken, apparently. But he is an asswipe, scum of the earth. He used to work in legal.
Oh, okay, fine.
Bruce, you'd get that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce doesn't have a fucking.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah.
This guy knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's worth a darn attack.
But yeah, Jenkins has been sent to follow me.
By who?
Elijah.
The head of your department.
Yes, and it's also been run up the flagpole to the board, so...
Wait, what's been run up to?
This guy,
TJ apparently having a consciousness and a sentience is apparently broken. And they want to know more.
Is it worth you playing dumb?
I think it's a bit late for that.
Maybe.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I wasn't thinking, I don't think. Hi, I'm back.
I did
I've got
leave
better.
on a little like, oh, maybe I should go get fixed. So, you know, I think I need to at some point try and, I don't know, contact Timothy and Joanne maybe and see what they did to me.
Do you
You
trust
don't
them?
seem concerned.
I did.
Have you ever seen them since you...
Don't think I probably would have, would I? No.
Who was the vampire guy we've seen on TV?
Yeah.
Who is he? The same guy who, when they were launching the range of the Hastoki, was
Yes.
on TV? Right. Okay.
And they were in Latspo,
Yeah.
and they were
Yeah.
people moving around in the background with boxes and sterilised equipment, and doing labby things.
I mean, maybe if we've got now this keycard that can go anywhere. Maybe we could be like, oh, hey, we've been directed to come and see you.
I'll hold you there. What were you going to say, Emily?
After hearing this, I'm a little bit unnerved. I think I'd like to check the outside of the ship.
Yeah, you can give me a perception check. You see nothing. TJ with the looking around.
Oh, she's back.
That one?
Yeah.
Yes! Natalie! Absolutely clear. In fact,
There's no
it's not even a
box.
ship here.
Yeah, there's no box. But I'll make a note that we should probably keep checking.
Yeah, I mean, just to keep it up, just to say that Jenkins is fucking massive. Like, you...
I'm not quite after the description.
what
It's
is-
not Jenkins
Is he
I'm
a
concerned
Hastoki
about.
as well?
Oh yes, it
Yes.
is.
He,
A massive one,
Huge.
but he,
like
like
abnormally
TJ,
big.
apparently has a sentience, but thrives on food.
Oh, he's fat.
He's a
Oh, yes.
basic
Oh,
bitch.
I thought you meant he was like 3 times like a big.
I am joking.
He only eats
She
protein,
wishes.
that's all it is.
Just to clarify, it's the
Big
message
bench
going
presses.
up the chain that concerns me,
Yeah.
not this
No.
Jenkins.
I mean, I totally agree, but
But the Jenkins
What
was
can we do?
specifically told to come and look at, to...
That
comes to
doesn't,
our
as
house.
we know, Dantec, that doesn't mean that nobody else was asked.
No, that's very true. That's very true.
How much would I know, or would Roos know about Hasoki? Hasoki.
Absolutely nothing. They are new.
What is it
So let me get
good
this
for?
straight. You're not supposed to have sentience,
Apparently not.
and there's going to be like a little.
Cogs turn.
Oh shit!
What?
Oh shit!
what?
If you
I
get...
think we need to. Oh shit!
What?
Do you
What?
need the Dave?
Yeah. I think maybe what I saw on floor 184 is some sort of mass control.
Mass
Shit.
control.
Oh.
Oh, we gotta destroy it. They want everybody to be Hasoki, and this is just him running with it.
That
How
sounds
are you
marvellous.
How are you making this link, Bruce?
When I was stationed on floor 184, a lot of people died because they were controlled by something.
Yeah.
They didn't have their own. Well, they weren't in control of their own bodies.
Yeah.
They all killed each other to death. Because,
That's genuine.
because they were being controlled by something else. Now, if you're not supposed to have sentience,
That's the fucking t-shirt.
They all killed each
Just
other
a
to
big
death.
chicken with a sword like they all killed each other. Yeah.
Episode title.
so if you're not supposed to have sentience,
Have one of those, you dick.
Oh,
What do I do with this? That was cool.
Hey, Dave.
And this thing killed everybody using their own sentience. Maybe this whatever's on floor 184 wants to mind wipe everything so everybody becomes a Hastoki.
Well, not if they're killing each other to death.
I'm really into conspiracy theories. It's what I do in my own time.
Black helicopters, look it up.
Black helicopters.
There are no such thing as birds.
They notoriously work for the bourgeoisie.
Spitballing here. If a thing that controlled minds tried to control the mind of someone who was technically not sentient, would it achieve nothing?
I don't know. All I know is this thing can control people. And if Dynatech wants to control or people to have a lack of control, I believe this might be the key to making more of you.
This is the thing, I'm still not convinced that I'm actually AI. I don't believe it.
It does remind me, I need to do that scan.
Scan me.
I think they lied. But also, computers, would that be like the person to ask about controlling a non-sentient being's mind?
I mean, you can give me a computers and or a mysticism check. If you want to start using the ship and your own ability to start looking over,
Wait, Geeky can do it.
they can certainly help. You guys can absolutely take a +1 to your computers checks if you're doing anything computers based while using Geeky's aid.
Can Geeky not do it for us so it's easier?
This is an assistant check. You can just give me
missed.
a computers and engineering and a medicine check.
Jesus, what to scan TJ?
If you want to get the full shebang.
I got
Alrighty.
11.
Can I help with at least computers on that?
No, I
Absolutely
didn't.
can. If you can beat a DC of 10 rolling... I mean, have you got 10 in your computers or is it a lower than 10 score?
It's lower than 10,
Okay,
but
so
I
you've got a
am
roll.
trained.
It was 12, I can't add.
Cool.
I've got 10.
Can I
So 16.
So you get a +2 to that.
Oh,
can I help him with
+1.
medicine?
You can. It's a +2 to computers.
Okay.
You get another +1, so that's +3 from G33.
My medicines is +5. So.
+5, so you've got to roll, so you've got to beat a 10.
I still can't add. I had a plus something from Geeky.
Yeah, 21.
21. So you get another +2 and a +1, so another +3 to your medicine check.
So it's +3
Okay.
on computers and medicine.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
But nothing on engineering, that's just me.
It's just you, unless anybody else
can't
helping
help
there.
you with
I
engineering.
can help with engineering.
Do you want to help with engineering?
Yeah, do I just roll and add?
Roll an add.
What? Oh, okay.
That one?
2.
2.
Oh.
Hey, but add your engineering.
What?
11.
It passes.
There you go.
So you get the +3 again, so it's
Nice,
2 from
okay.
Stelkin, and because you have the flat check to 8 is
+3 to
10.
everything,
+3
basically.
to
Oh, right,
So,
right.
that's why if you've got like skills of 10, you automatically pass the 8 check.
Alright. Alright, we'll make the computers check first.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 9, plus my 9 is an 18, plus that is 21.
21 computers.
We'll make the engineering. It's another 9, so that will be 20.
20.
That's a 12 on that one, and that was medicine, so that's plus 8 plus 20. That's 23.
Is this all for TJ's scan?
Yeah.
Could you roll me, please,
Okay.
a d10?
4.
Over the course of the next 4 hours, the rest of you get to work using the facilities on the ship to basically full scan your whole being. Computers are first, and there's nothing that comes up that seems to be digital in nature about you. There are no wires, there are no signal paths other than the standard electromagnetic pathways that would be inside a living organism. So you think, okay, let's go to engineering, and there's no augmentations, there's no foreign bodies, it is all skin, bone, meat of TJ Squeakerson. Definitely get the sense that, based off the very similar, to the Yosoki sort of skeletal system and everything like that, because it ties into the medicine there, where you go through everything and you check with the scanners and you check through G33 and where you are with Absalom as well. There's simply you can bring up like information and G33 is like product, and you hear them say it. They said you were an AI, but you are not machine. There is no data. There is no digital data. You have a skeleton. You have a biomechanical persona of you, and unlike an SRO who has biomatter, electrical, science words, brains, a synthetic organism, yours is natural. As far as I can tell, you are a living, breathing entity.
Is it not dangerous of them to lie outright on an advertisement? What if, I mean, let's not pretend there's not sickos out there that would just buy one to cut it up.
Oh God.
Sorry, but to lie, to
Way to bring the mood down.
to lie that obviously, it just seems silly.
Well, this is the thing. I don't know how.
I can't imagine
How it is
legal
for the
hasn't got
others.
loopholes.
Or do you feel that they may be telling the truth about some of the others?
How? I mean, I've been around Histoki all my life. How do they compare, like, personality-wise,
I mean, what, to each other?
and in comparison to TJ's experience?
I think that you would know a few things, like their drive and want to work. It's like that is their whole being. Like, if you were to give a microwave a glass of water, it knows it has to heat it up. The Hastoki do act in this, they have a purpose, they're given their cubicle and they just know to tap away and data input. Yet, unlike the rest of them, you want to go a little higher. You are like, looking around, maybe one of that big chair over there. The rest of them don't seem to have that drive. They just go home, eat their food, their allowance. They get up the next day and they repeat the process. They make the toast, eat the toast, ship the toast. Life's relentless.
That's another t-shirt.
Unfortunately, it's keep showing. I can't take that. But the only other, there is a few things like companionship. There is definitely a need to be around each other, and I mean, you know this. I'll let you go into anything like that, but there is that need for companionship. The only person you have seen that's not like that and does not have a companion is Jenkins.
Yeah.
However, they do definitely have a drive about them that's different to others, but that everyday routine of the same thing every day, most of them tend to really revel in that. That's their whole being. Is that because they've not seen anything on the outside, or is that because they're programmed that way? Maybe they're bioengineered to be meat sack machines.
Meat suck machine.
Or maybe, if that's all you know, that's how you act.
I think it's definitely something to maybe delve into a little, because I mean, I went on the initial mission in the hopes of a promotion, really, and fucking Jenkins gets one? Little bitch. It's not head office though, and I'm realising now that was always a ruse, so fun.
You got the big chair at the front of the ship, so maybe you did get a promotion.
In your own way.
I feel I got a promotion in terms of life fulfillment.
Cringe.
Even Kate's like,
I'm Felix wouldn't say that.
As Joan would say, I lived, I laughed, I loved.
Oh, Joan.
Rip.
They must have known something about you because they sent you on the mission.
Well, this is
Right.
the thing.
And gathering the fact that missions can go so they're not dumb.
No.
They know how missions can be completely, off the cuff. You have to make decisions on the fly. And from what they have said about Hostoki is that that's not the kind of thing that they do. You give them a task, they're a simple task, and they do it.
Maybe it's like stress testing. Maybe they know that
It feels
you're...
too convenient.
Do you just know how to do things, or is there still the learning with the rest of the Hostoki?
Existential crisis.
I mean, I know things, and I don't think I've ever had to. I mean, any learning I've done myself in terms of I've taught myself editing, and I've done some graphic design, but mostly it's hard to explain. I came to and I just was.
Did you come to be in the lab?
Yes.
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 Maybe that's the AI part, is that your brain is... You've got parts pre-programmed.
Well, you must
of
also remember, Calix, I didn't have I'm learning about childhood. That's wild. I never had one of those. I came to be as you see me now, a couple of years younger, but
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, that's when we do all our learning. But if you've come
Pre-learned.
learnt, maybe that's the AI part of this that it's already been, and everything of you now is what you are, not an AI. You are of you.
I mean, I definitely am of me, and weird shit.
So I guess my next question is,
What the fuck do you do?
yeah, so you sit in the Zephyr and you have these open roads ahead of you, these open space lanes, let's say, and you have a load of information that is both new to you but also useless to you, that you don't know what to do with. So in this very moment, right here, right now, as your characters, what are you going to do here? Like, what, in this moment, like, are you hungry? Are you wanting to go to dinner? Are you like, you know what, let's get some rest and work out in the morning? Are you like, okay, how do we approach, what, because there's got to be a point in which your characters go, so what now?
I think you guys had questions that you wanted to ask Geeky, and we postponed it in order to go to Dynatech, which we've now done.
Do they know you're... You said they're keeping an eye on you?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Through the medium of Jenkins, yes.
Who's apparently quite inept.
Is he about?
Probably.
Does
I'm
this
going to
ship...
presume that you guys are constantly checking,
Yeah.
and it still
And
seems
you probably get G33 to sort of keep a
Yeah.
This ship got
outside.
like proximity sensors.
We got G33. I mean, he's
also
Because-
I'm going to give you that one, because you can take 10 or 20 to keep an eye out and stuff like
Because
that.
I'm not gonna lie, Dynatech or Mauritius. If we're not gonna do anything now, we need to possibly move anyway.
yeah. I mean, the ship is the safest place we can be.
I mean, move the ship.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, maybe
yeah,
we could
obviously, yeah.
take up another Starfinder contract while we're going. Like, I mean, it's going to take a while for the Defence Forces to get back from Kashuria, so it will be a little while until we get access to floor 184. Oh.
I do want to play the game a little, and I because I've invited Jenkins to dinner. I at least would like an evening to go home, see what I can get out of him on Hostoki territory. Maybe say goodbye to my wife. I've barely seen her actually since I've gone back. And maybe then get a little bit more info to come back to you guys with, because I'm not going to work tomorrow.
Can you save your wife? Can she come
Depends
along?
if she wants saving, dear boy.
I mean,
Is she like you?
Insomuch as we have similar likes and dislikes, and she is very keen on... I should talk to my wife more.
supporting me and feeding me.
We both like free things, and we both like golf, and she is very career-driven. I think I should talk to my wife.
I mean, I don't want to put a dampener on this conversation, but if you go missing, the next thing they're going to do is go after her.
Or it might be the safest thing for her.
Come with us.
Maybe.
I mean, if you go home, do you want someone to come with you?
I don't know if you guys can get in the building. Could
Physically?
try.
Is it too small? Or...
I've just never seen any
Security.
Right.
big folk.
Huh.
It's kind of a cheeks only sort of deal.
I think.
What about Calix? 'Cause, I mean,
I can back you up if you
Do you want to come for dinner?
That
I
would
mean, I
draw
can
the
bring
least
salads.
attention.
yeah.
We get salad anyway. Double the salad.
Oh, amazing! Yeah.
Yeah.
I just picture you two having dinner, and then all of us around like the vital signs module, just like.
Just making sure
yeah.
TJ doesn't kill Jenkins.
So it sounds like some of you are off to the Hastoki housing unit. Are you all going to go and see if you can get in the door, or are you
No.
just going Calix and...
Anyone who wants to come is very welcome.
I kind of thought that if there was the off chance that you might pretend to go back on your words,
This is
But
true.
it's
And-
going to draw a huge amount of attention having the big folk.
Well, maybe not the Dynatech employee.
No,
The poster
exactly.
boy.
As much as I would love to come for dinner, I think I better stay out of sight.
Sure. I'll bring you back something nice,
That'll be
Bruce.
splendid.
Do you want salad?
Sure.
Okay.
And also, like you said, you should spend time with your wife.
I'll try.
I mean,
What do you eat? Sorry.
No. I
They're sorting out
interrupted.
menu.
No, I mean,
Okay.
we've got a bit of time until we can get into 184,
Yeah.
right?
No.
That's our next major thing to do. Other than that, we got time, and I think if we're going to try and get TJ free, we need credits.
We
That's
do,
the easiest way to go about
So-
this.
by the sounds of it, need to speak to HR.
HR.
Yeah.
We do
Which,
need
as
to
we know,
speak
is-
to
Because
HR.
we might be
An
able to
algorithm.
bargain certain amounts of unpaid. I know this sounds awful, but unpaid missions in order to pay off something we can't afford.
G33 pipes up. Captain and crew, I have been digging and have found some information of what you've asked for.
Oh shit.
I'm still trying to get further in, but there are a lot of firewalls and I'm not used to this system yet. I'm trying to be careful and not get seen. Keto.
Oh fucking me. Yeah. Okay.
There is an anomaly with
Mhm.
finances, and
We
it
need
appears that there
finances in Kido.
no from Dynatech going to Keto.
Yep. Say more.
The only bits I can find so far
More.
that they are paying for architectural services.
That's possibly a lie.
Yeah.
The Hastoki workforce
Mm-hmm.
security has just gone through the roof with the firewalls.
Shit. Sorry, Kiki, that's probably my doing.
Deckard Prior is noted as employed but MIA.
Interesting.
And then a video feed comes up. I have found an image from a leaked security footage of a silk farm, and there is an image, a still of a what can only be described as a battery farm of silkworms.
I
That is
fucking
fucking
knew it.
awful.
I fucking
TJ
knew
takes
it.
off his trousers and throws them to the side.
But it's literally like a grainy, you know, like when you see on like
Yeah.
Batman, and it's just like this, like you can hardly work it out, and it's just like rows and rows and rows of like really malnourished Decimar that are in like these like hoods that cover most of their heads, and then like their axolotl style things are just out the back. It's almost like a falcon hood, and then their hands are in some form of gel. And then their back end is attached to some sort of machine, and then you just see threads being wound as,
Is this information, is this being shared like publicly to the group?
Yes.
Or are we all being...
Yeah.
Did no one ask their questions in private?
No.
Nah.
Okay. In that case, if we're all seeing that, I think Skelcon might turn away as to avoid showing emotion to anybody. But that actually is making me tear up and I don't like it.
Oh, sorry. Is Emily okay?
Yeah. For sure. It's just terrific, isn't it? Like, I think I had this suspicion as soon as it was mentioned that there were others.
Yeah.
And they were all like, nope, absolutely couldn't possibly be, nope. Where are all the suits coming from?
I am attempting to go further, but it is hard. The firewalls constantly move. Without my original mainframe, it is a lot harder to dig deeper. But hopefully that is at least something that I can do for you to get you that information alone.
Has that come from Dynatech?
Yes.
That footage? Has all of this information come from Dynatech?
Yes, I figured that's what you wanted me to do, was to try and breach their servers.
I just assumed it was anywhere and everything.
I'm sorry to say that I haven't found anything on the orb yet, but I'm still trying to dig into anything about 4184.
I don't know if I'm mixing stories up here. Was there a name of an organisation that could have been a possibility of what Cassie was working for?
Yes.
Yes. There was a thing on our shoulder pad that we can't
Yeah,
relate
that.
to.
That was the Dominion of Black.
That was it.
Can I add that to his list of stuff?
Yes, I will have a look.
Thank you.
Okay, Lex.
That's some heavy shit, Gillis.
Can I go to the kitchen and get like a
Dynatech,
salad and
Yeah.
put it in front of
Yeah.
Felix?
I'm pretty sure salad's not what somebody who's depressed wants. But I'm just saying out of experience. Get the fucking ice cream.
Sounds lovely salad.
It always makes Calix happy, and I don't know what else to do. Like,
No,
sorry,
I'm
you're fat.
joking you.
I think if you put the salad in front of him, he'll like take the fork, but just sort of like play with it rather than eat it.
At least you're not stabbing me with it. I just realised why you took your trousers off. I was like, what?
Skelton's also taking us on. Is it party time?
Is someone gonna get an ass kicking?
Wait, who starts an ass kicking by taking their trousers off? Like,
TJ Squeakerson, that's who.
just straight up Donald ducking it over here.
A full Pooh Bear.
The also bit there is Deckard MIA 4184, and it's like a still image again of, and I actually have this written down and I didn't give it to you. Security Captain, he says Security Captain, Deckard Pryor, MIA, and then the security recording is a still image of this Sohabad, which are these big, grey, hulking beings who's. You've seen how big the sniper rifle is? They look like toys in their arms. He's wearing like a grey and black tunic with a Dynatech logo on it. He's holding a pistol to who you all seem to be Roos, as a Lashunta girl is looking at Roos and into an open doorway, and then it just cuts clear.
Oh.
Gonna be like a wince, just like a. Did not really need to relive that moment, but okay.
Sorry, I had that written down and I didn't read it out.
That's
My apologies.
This be heavy shit.
Hand over to you.
Well.
I would love one.
Yeah.
Got a bar on the ship.
Well, I mean, we can go and stock
we can
one
stock
up.
up. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you now that Adricanthus had a vast quantity of alcohol in their bunk, so depending on that's gone to either your house or if it's gone to...
Your cheeks?
Wait there. He's going to scurry off to his bunk and just bring out a couple of bottles. There you go.
I don't even know what to say.
Calyx, you drink?
I don't drink.
You sure?
How about now?
He's
podcast
just a
listeners,
boy.
Tamsin is shaking her head at Felix.
I would have had the 3 shots of the 3 attempts that we just made. Okay.
I don't know. I kind of want to be. I don't know.
Shall we take a walk, Calyx, and some fresh air maybe, and we'll make our way to Hostoki Pines.
The Stokey Pines. The gated community.
I don't really feel like dinner anymore. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
that's okay. I mean, if you want to curl up in my bed and have a nap, that's fine. If you want to do that,
I might take a walk, but I might leave you at
That's
Hostoki
fine.
Pines,
that's fine.
and you can have your dinner.
Okay.
Keep a wary eye out if you go back to your lodgings.
Yes. How long do you think you should need? How long before we worry if you don't return?
I think if I'm not back in the morning, or if I butt dial you with the secret code word, and the secret code word will be,
Jenkins.
and I think there's still that copy of Reese's special
Oh,
edition
no.
on the table. It'll be Falcon.
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 Falcon it is. I'm going to write that down on a special number right.
You know, I'm gonna bin this issue.
I'll have it.
There you go.
I'm
In
sure
the other
Linda
cheek.
would love it.
Is are data pads capable of receiving signals?
Yes.
Um,
So your datapad acts like basically text
Yeah.
and a
mobile
comm
phone.
unit.
Yeah.
Is it easy for someone to try and pick up a signal?
Oh, maybe we could work on encrypting ours.
So they are encrypted to an extent. Essentially, it is written into the armor thing. It says they all come with a standard datapad that you would have to basically have the hacker operative whole thing to be get access to someone's datapad and stuff like that. So there are checks that people can make to hack into things, but you can also then upgrade your datapads and stuff. But as standard, they have a level of encryption. You guys have each other's basically phone numbers that you can send comms on, and you can have you have planetary comms, which means that on any planet that you're on, you can, as long as there's signal, basically go, there you go, and you can talk like you're on comms all the time, or you can turn your comms off.
Cool.
Okay. Right, just thinking aloud. I don't think it's wise for you to go on your own to this dinner.
I know, but if needs, do you want to come to dinner?
I
I
mean,
just think it would be really questionable if we went.
I'm not comfortable with TJ going on his own to essentially try and meet up with someone who's meant to be spying on him to try and have dinner in Dynatech essentially owned apartments on their own.
Well, this is
Raise
how I
a
felt
valid
about
point.
these two.
You know, anything
I'll
could
go
happen.
then.
You really can. If you want to have a nap in the bedroom,
No, it's
that's
fine.
fine.
I have my own
TJ doesn't seem worried. TJ actually invited Jenkins.
No, I know, and that's fine. But considering the Dynatech obviously are very concerned about TJ and the fact that you have sentience is apparently very important to them.
It might be weirder if I take, as Skull can point out, take people with me. If I behave like I ordinarily would, which is to go home, have dinner, you know.
Have some visceral bants with Jenkins.
Visceral.
Exactly.
And actually, Jenkins hasn't had any time or anything juicy to report back yet.
No,
I might give him a little tidbit.
it's less about Jenkins and more about Dynatech.
What do you intend to do with Jenkins? Just have dinner, or are you gonna?
I want to see if he can be swayed to my side, and if he can't, I live next door to a protein recycler.
Bear it in mind.
But
he
if
might-
I really do appreciate the concern very much. I'm very touched. Is there a bar nearby Hostoki Pines?
I mean, so Hostoki Pines, or as it is also known by its official name, T dash,
Is it
Stoky
actually?
it's known as.
Hastoki Heights.
Wasn't it Hastoki Towers or something? Didn't we call it that? I do have that somewhere.
It is called Dynatech Assigned Housing, and then it is quite literally the Hastoki Holding / Living Block.
Cool. Hastoki Pines.
Let's have a quick look at where that particular one is.
When I said drink, I did mean out. So if we could be closer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, maybe pop out for a.
Cheeky bear.
So there are
And
places
a
nearby
sneaky
because
snipe.
Hastoki Living Block that you're in is very close to the free markets, which is in the ring. The ring itself has, and the free markets essentially has a lot of things like bars and such. In particular, let's have a quick look.
Is that where the pirate themed bar is?
No.
No.
Is that where the fighty one I went to was?
No. In the free markets, we have Brokai's Tuning Shop, Gruber McClaw's Melodies and Cures, Trinket Taylor's Goodies and Brine,
There you go, Kaz.
Eamon's Emporium, the Click Clack Club, which is a VR parlour,
Way.
and then there would be like street vendors with like neon signs and different alcohols with different, you know, like an alien with like 4 arms and one comes out their forehead. It's like, hey, buddy, can I get you a drink? It's just like, you know, shot glasses of
You
fruit.
just like stand in the street drinking.
Yeah, essentially, because it's a bazaar of all sorts. Think medieval town with neon lights. That's what the free markets is.
Are we thinking like it's quite enclosed, or would I be able to find anywhere that would possibly have some sort of snipey line of sight to?
I mean, it's such a built-up area. It's less built up than the Spike. The Spike is really dense and, you know, alleyways, and it's all like rusted and like there's steam coming up everywhere. Whereas the free markets, yeah, there's a bit more open air and a bit more kind of like rooftop vantage points. I think Skelkin would definitely know that.
I might have a look at some vantage points if we're going.
So, no then, I'm on floor 36, and my house number is 1909. Jenkins's, if you need it, is 1910. Is there a way
so
that, you know, when you can, like, brush your fingerprint on a piece of sellotape and transfer it, is there a way
Okay.
that I can do that, something like that, with my little paw print?
Oh, that to me sounds like an engineering or a computers check.
It does, doesn't it?
I'll help
I'm
out.
so nervous.
Unless you've got a 10 in computers or engineering.
I've got 9.
You have to roll it, I'm afraid. So
Yeah, 17 plus 9. So
Cool.
I give you a +1.
anything but a 1 basically there would have been fine.
Oh,
In fact, even then that would be a flat
20.
10, so you can't fail that.
True.
23.
23. You think that, yeah, with like some adhesive and stuff like that, you could take your handprint, put it down onto that, and as long as you had something else to basically protect it, or if it never touched any dust or anything else, yeah, that could record your. You've got to make sure it's greasy enough that.
Yeah. I'd like to do that, and I will give it to Skelkin in case you need access. That should get you into the building.
I kind of want to snoop on the older Jenkins.
Do it, bitch.
No, I don't think I need to.
Please make sure you add 1 TJ Squeakerson handprint to your inventory, please.
I mean, we could probably mic you up or something.
Comms.
plug
Keep
it.
comms open.
Literally comms.
That's,
keep comms open.
That's a good point. What if Jenkins is macked up?
Oh, he most likely will be. Oh, that's a point.
If
yeah.
he might be mic'd up, then we need to mic up as well. So that we know also
Everyone's
what's going
mic'd
on.
up. Yeah.
We don't need
Alright.
to be mic'd up.
Who's macking who up?
No,
Mike.
Who's Mike?
Comms.
Keep comms open.
Well,
Keep comms
I'm just
open.
thinking that just having the comms open, just willy-nilly, might be really easy to detect.
Shouldn't be able to really detect that
That's
kind
what I
of thing.
meant about encryption.
Yeah, it should be fine.
I'll just go a bit steady, and if he's giving off the wrong vibe, I'll shut it down.
Oh.
Falcon.
Notes.
Falcon,
So it's like inventory then. add
Stop
compliance.
I keep saying Falcon. I don't know what it means. She's bird.
It's under creator.
I'm literally on add customize.
Yeah.
TJ.
Yeah. So free markets. Yeah.
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 The free markets themselves are a vast smorgasbord of diversity is the best way of saying it. People from all over the packed worlds and beyond come here with trades and wares, from fancy clothes to foods and alcohols, spices, herbs, anything that you can think of that you could spend your credits on. Comes to Absalom Station being the heart, essentially, of the known galaxy, with the Starstone reactor being as much of a beacon as it is out in the drift. And with that comes trade. And it's just a thriving environment of people from all different walks of life, from all different classes. You'll see like street bums who are like begging for cred sticks. You'll see people that are really noble in their attire. You'll see posh families, poor families. Some of them, you know, might be grabbing some meat on a stick. Other ones might be like, try the local delicatessen now. And you get so many different varieties of races here that it's such. Nobody stands out and nobody is like a minority. It's like, it's that diverse here. And eventually you can find yourself like a small stand to grab some drinks, but you know exactly where you're going. And you walk over towards the north side of the free markets, where you know Rokai's shop to be.
Yep.
And there is these huge pillars in the ring that go from the ground all the way up to the top. And it's like 100 feet at least of these massive pillars that hold what is essentially the roof up as part of the structure, but gives it this open feeling that it has. And TJ leads you up to one of them, where you could blink and miss it. There is a door. It's like a little service door. It would lead to things like the corridors behind the node that you were in, or like to places like that. But then there's a bioscanner next to it. It's a little tiny glass-plated screen, and there's no markings on the door or anything like that. There's no windows on the pillar or anything, but there is definitely a door there. Small, maybe 4 foot high.
Well, it's just me.
Hey,
How would you just physically come for dinner?
Through the door.
it's not that high.
I mean, he's large, but he's quite malleable.
Not Jenkins.
Oh.
Us, how would we physically have come for dinner?
Crouch.
It's not, I mean, it's 4 foot. It's not like it's 2 foot. Like, we can probably fit.
I'm 6 foot.
I'm about 6 foot as well, but.
Oh, look at the tallies over here.
They don't really get it, do they?
No.
Tall people problems.
So,
TJ, before you go in, just good luck. And I hold your hand, give it a shake, and I am going to do mind link with you.
Okay.
So,
You hear immediately, I love you. Be safe.
oh, I like you too, buddy.
Thank you. Are you still not wearing trousers?
I think TJ's probably gone through his little hoard in Zephyr, and is probably actually, who would it? Probably there was Yosoki clothing in there, wasn't there? From
Chip.
yeah, I think he's probably got on a pair of Chip's trousers.
Yep, cool. They'd be cargos.
Yeah. Look, Kaz, we match.
They would be dark. Yeah. Anything else before you open the door?
Good luck. Make sure you remember the safe word.
Oh, I can't forget it.
We'll be as close as we can.
I appreciate you guys, and
come
see you
back
soon.
safe.
I will. And if I don't, avenge me.
Ugh.
Definitely whoop his ass a little bit if you can.
Oh, I bloody well want to. And yeah, I'll boop on the path
And he watches a green, scans it, and then door opens, and what is faced in front of you is essentially a corridor. You can see that once past the 4 foot door, it then extends up to be about sort of like 8 foot tall corridor that is about 5 foot wide, and the smell that comes out is instantly of that of close population. It's not terrible, and there is obviously amenities here. It's not like a bad hamster cage or anything, but there is definitely a sense of the spike or somewhere where people have to live so close and packed together. It's somewhat dark inside, and the walls all seem to be at in and around the 3 foot mark, all brushed clean. But after that, still just seems to be just the metalwork. Give me a perception check. Anybody who's looking through the door. So there's any of you that's there, really, you can all do it.
Are we okay?
15.
Perception. A natural 20.
Same, but for a 29.
I'm still on the ship.
You're staying on the ship. You're not going to 3 markets.
Oh, sorry. I better stay on the ship actually.
Cool. Not a problem.
Yeah.
And with that, there is. You can see that, like, obviously, furred creatures must come in and out of the height because that's what's cleaned the walls. There are lights that dot corridors, and you can see ahead of you that there is instantly 3 rooms there, 3 rooms there, and then another corridor and another 3 rooms there, and then it seems to be blocks that go back like so. There is a glowing green light somewhere up and left that breaches both in front of you and down the corridor to your left, which means there must be a source of light of this green light somewhere intersecting there. What time of day is it? It's currently probably late afternoon, early evening. Yeah, I think it's dinner time because that's what you're going back for. And there is definitely, you can hear like little skittering, like somewhere in the distance, and then you hear like a bit of like chattering here, there, and everywhere. And
Smell of hamster.
it a little bit smells like rodent. But there seems to be more murmuring than normal. It's not people screaming or anything like that, but it's definitely like a and like you can just hear it everywhere.
Sounds like the gossip trains are chugging on.
If that's you going in? Anybody else
Yep.
going in?
TJ was going on, so.
Heading home?
Yeah, heading home.
Cool.
All the way up.
Give me a perception check, please.
Okay. 14.
Cool. As you begin to make your way up through the tunnels, you go, floor 1, 2, 3. Seems a bit chatty, but nothing. Maybe they're just excited. It's the end of the work day. Maybe they're looking forward to tomorrow's work. 4, 5, 6, 7. Get a little chattier. It's people poking their heads out of doors. 8, 9, 10, 11. You get to around floor 15, 16. Everybody's out in the corridors. You saunter your way through. You get to floor 21, and which apartment is that? So B.
Please tell me TJ's at the last flipping, not TJ, flipping
Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Cool. Probably in the middle intersection, the core block essentially. The residents have been pushed to one side. Like, so all of that block of 6 have been moved into another corridor, and they're like, we just want to get home! What's going on here? And stuff like that. And they all seem like really uncomfortable and stuff, and it's like, you can see more light here than there is normally. And there is, I need that number. Perfect. A large commotion. You'd be coming out of that wall there. So you'd be coming out of wall 4. So directly ahead of you, you can see like red tape all over one of those corridors.
Drama.
There is blood
Whoa!
all up, basically in front. Like it just like it looks like somebody threw an orange at a wall after it's been microwaved. And it
Oh,
just
damn.
goes, whoosh.
Oh.
And if you know what that's like. And it's literally pulp everywhere with like little bits of fur. Maybe there's like a tie.
Blending in because it's red.
Jesus.
Exactly that. And I don't know, would you stop there or would you carry on up?
I think I'll take a second to be like go, oh lads, what's the commotion?
There would probably be a fucking somebody roll me a D100.
Is that right?
Probably.
29.
Okay.
29. Feeling fine.
Willie is like there's a Yosoki. They probably got like they're full white, but then they have like grey eyebrows and like one of those like cowboy styles grey
Love it. He's so stylish.
mustaches, and they wear their tie almost like a
Like a bolo?
bolo, yeah. So essentially they've like tied it in the middle, and then it's like worn down as two sides. It's still just a regular tie,
Yeah.
and they're like, somebody got the Bam Bam. Turns out he done exploded.
Somebody got the Bam Bam.
Hot damn, how?
Well, it's one of those things when a body goes, but you know they're cleaning them up, getting them in protein recycling now.
What a way to go, though.
Well, Bam Bam was like that, you know. If he's gonna die, he's gonna die. We just don't know why he kind of went everywhere.
Bam Bam. Is the name Bam Bam familiar at all?
I mean, you can roll a
Recall?
yeah, recall knowledge if it's like
17.
yeah. Bam Bam was a another Hastoki that was just really into their work, but nobody.
And then he
really-
went bam.
Yeah, nobody really, no drive or anything like that. It was just a standard Yosoki, but they lived with a partner, and Bam Bam's now all over the walls.
Well, damn down for Bam Bam.
I'd say, yeah, pretty bad, but you know, we're Hastoki. It's just one of those things. Wake up one day, dead body, put it in the protein recycler, gotta work, carry on.
You keep trucking, Willie.
I'll keep trucking.
Later, Gator, and I'm gonna carry
And a
on.
wild crocodile.
I'll
Space
teach you,
crocodile.
Willie.
I ain't got one of those. And you can carry on up, and like
Yeah.
people in the floors up, like, oh, did you hear that? Bam? Oh, no, no. And, like this is where the gossip and the murmuring is
Yeah.
all coming from. Until you eventually reach floor 36, and the commotion up here, you know, 15 floors up, is back to like it was the 15 floors below,
Yeah.
and it is. People are like peering out their door when somebody comes into the floor, but they're like, oh, okay, no, it's nothing.
Yeah.
And then you get to your apartment, and
In I go. Honey, I'm home.
if you want to describe what Linda looks like.
Oh god, let's make up Linda on the fly. Linda is, I think Linda is one of those like mainly white hamster-looking things, but has like two black streaks that kind of
Go faster stripes.
like exactly little go faster stripes. She's a little bit shorter than TJ is. Dressed exactly as TJ was, but I think with a little like pencil skirt instead of the trousers. Sensible heels that she's painted red on the sole to look like Jimmy Choo's. Yeah, she is. I think she's got a little bit of longer, like almost like a smart casual bob. Going on.
Cut into the fur. It's like the rest of it has to be cut away so it leaves the blob.
Shaped the fur.
And they are at this table in the centre of the room, and they look up and they're like, I have to try and get this right. TJ, you're home.
I am, honey.
It's good to see you again.
And you, how's work?
You know how it is in legal and financing. It's
Good.
Did you hear about Bam Bam?
What? Bam, bam. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. Bam's the dust.
Indeed. Bloody shame that, literally. It's all up the walls. Indeed. Linda.
Protein recycler and then refill his apartment.
They will. Linda, quick thing. I've invited Jenkins for dinner.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's got moved to marketing.
Yes, I heard something about this.
Yeah, it's bullshit, but there we go.
I mean, we're all Hastoki here, and I'll never understand your upset with him. We're neighbours.
We are neighbours, yes. Well, Linda, I've
He doesn't like him, ignore him.
do you like the plant that I got?
Yes, where's it from?
It's from a place, the Maladies place in the free market.
And how much did you pay for it?
Nothing.
I love it.
Yes. Also, look what I've got, and I'm gonna like pull off my socks. freebies.
Where are they from?
I could like sort of lean over the table. Well, they're from the former captain of the Zephyr Horizon, and guess who's now captain of that ship?
Don't exceed your mandate. It's
Oh, Linda, my sweet Linda.
captain of a ship. That's not who you are. You work in marketing.
I do work in marketing, and I've been aspiring to other things, Linda. Don't you ever aspire to other things?
Like what?
I don't know, like, would you, I mean, you love your numbers. Have you ever thought about, being head of accounting?
Oh, no, that's gone by place. I am happy where I am.
Oh, Linda. I don't know if you caught the news, recently.
Why would I?
I don't know, interest, maybe?
I'd like free things. I'm interested in that.
Well,
I'm interested in my work.
would you be interested to know that, that they're selling us?
Yes.
Us, Stokey?
We are property of the company, and we are tools to be.
Damn it, Linda.
When you realise you hate your wife.
Oh,
I
Linda.
don't know what the problem is, honey. This is what we are bred for.
Well, we're not bred though, are we? We're
No, we use Stokey.
tuned.
Yeah, tomato, tomato, space tomato, space tomato. It's
Yum yum.
TJ. And she puts her hand
Yeah.
on your shoulder. We are a Stokey. It is what we are designed to do. We are prim, we are proper, and we will do our duty.
For Dynatech.
Future perfect.
I still think Dynatech cares is better, despite everything. Yeah.
Don't exceed your mandate. You care, that's all that matters. You care about the company, and the company cares for us. Anyway, it's time for dinner. And
Yes, it is.
literally, as she says that, boom, there is like a as dry store food comes out of the, as I call it,
Yeah.
French maiden.
Yep.
Instead of dumbwaiter. Got the t-shirt right there. And it lands on these two metal discs, and they bring you over a selection of kibble and bits, and they just start.
I'm gonna go and see if Jenkins is home, and I'm gonna go over and knock on his door.
No answer.
Cool beans. Bless you. I've got the feeling Cadix sneezed somewhere.
Just out of the corridor.
You're really invasive to your thoughts.
Suddenly through mind link.
I'm gonna.
With that, Linda will class. I've not seen him in days.
In days?
No, he's never around anymore. He's working for Mr. Ross Luren on your floor. You know this.
Well, I've not been at work in days, Linda. I've been.
You must feel awful.
Linda, I feel better than ever.
And there's a confused look on her face. And come inside.
Linda, the time we've shared together has been. Let's just come in now. Linda, the time we've shared together has been fulfilling, and you have been a wonderful companion.
Watch Emily cover up her face
Linda's gonna get fucked off.
I value your companionship greatly. I've thought of you often in space. I was there, by the way. I changed one of the windows. I was there in space, in the drift. That's the drift. You can change it back if you don't like it.
It's nothing like the office.
No, it's nothing like The Office. Linda, I'm a little broken, and I will need to readjust some of my brokenness, so I'm probably not going to be around for a while.
Mr. Ross Luren, have you on new tasks?
Something like that.
Good.
But all the free shit is yours. I hope you enjoy the plant. But
It was free.
it was free. But I feel that maybe this is the termination of our companionship.
Oh. I'll get the documentation.
Wonderful.
And proceeds to get a housing reassignment form for you to sign.
I'm a little worried that you had that at the ready, Linda.
Legal and finance, we always have them prepared.
Yep. I didn't find the legal. Is that a thing that you're dipping your toes into a bit more these days?
Legal and finance has always been a cross-headed department. I'm more on the legal side of things, but it all comes from the same branches.
Well, I do know this. I do know this, Linda. I'm just making conversation. There's this thing that the big folk do called small talk. It's quite wonderful.
Does it make us more efficient?
Sometimes, yes. Yeah. Emotionally so, I think, yes. Spiritually. But I'm, yes, we'll sign the documents and...
sign here and here.
Wonderful.
I hear an apartment's just opened up. Poor Bam Bam.
Poor Bam Bam.
Yes, I guess I will wait for the next companion.
Well, I wish you all the best, Linda, and I might be in touch again, in the future and just check in work-wise, there's all that.
And she holds out a hand.
Shakes it.
Fair companionship. I wish you all the best, and should you wish, I think the position will be open for a bit longer.
Wonderful. And I'll give her a little kiss on the cheek.
Thank you.
Stay safe, Linda.
And you?
I'm just gonna get a few things and gonna go into the bedroom and just get a tote bag and just fill it with some shit. And sort of, later, Gator.
I guess bye. I'll see you at work tomorrow.
Yep. Yes, you will. I'll be there bright and early. I'll save me a seat on the train. Hmm?
Very good. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Wonderful.
He turns around, just carries on eating her food.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna leave, I guess, and I'm gonna go and find my friends in the free market.
Cool. Very easily doable, and we're gonna probably call it there.
Yeah.
I think with the revelation that TJ Dunn left their wife.
Fucking hell.
You guys gotta deal with single TJ now.
Oh, you're gonna be so much worse. Check out my new fit.
Oh my god, the clothes.
Hey, look at these moves.
Check out these guns. Massive artillery cannon.
I know how to use it once in a while. Yeah, I look forward to seeing what decisions you make next on what you want to do. I do need to have a conversation with you after this on about the possible directions that you are thinking of going, so that I have time to prep. But until then, go check out Warrior Prince 3D. Go check out Roll and Play Press. Guys on Twitch, thank you so much. We freaking love you. And oh hey, I get to give these guys some money because you guys kept subbing, and you're gonna buy everyone a coffee or something, which is awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Those Amazon Prime subs and everything, that's greatly appreciated. So yeah, if you're on YouTube, thank you so much. Like, sub, comment, all of the good stuff. Help us hit those algorithms. There is merch in the merch store. There's pie in the pie store. And there's guns in the gun store. Guys, have a great time, and may those dice cards be ever in your favour.
See you all later.
Bye.
Bye.